going live. Thank you so much for being here. We're going to get started in just a few minutes. We're going to get going. We are going live with confidence and ease. Let me know if you have any questions. This is my 10 a.m. live where I talk to you about the live streaming process and answer questions that you guys have. And let me know if you have any questions. I'm going to give you my housekeeping rules. I want to make sure that you are liking the live. If you haven't already, there we go. Perfect. I have sound. I want to make sure you are liking the live. Give me a thumbs up. You'll see it down below. Give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't done it already, click that subscriber button so that I know you are a subscriber, and then click the bell so that you know when I go live and post content. So I tell that in the beginning so that you guys kind of know the housekeeping rules, things you should be doing to engage. Let me know if there's any questions, though. Feel free to put a comment in as well. And we're going to go live. We're going to go live talking about TikTok Live as always. I want to make sure you guys understand how to go live with confidence and ease. And then we talk about it in the sense of how do you build your brand? How do you build your content creation in a way that you are addressing your target audience? Hello, the Idea Barista. How are you, friend? Where you been? Well, no, I take that back. I know you had dental. You had dental work. Okay. There you go. Wait, that's where you've been. You've been to the dentist. So hopefully you're doing better, friend. Um, Yesterday was fast paced for me. I wasn't live as much as I wanted to be. Both both times, 10 and 4. So it was really, you said spiraling. Oh, it's time for us to meet again. It's time for us to meet again, ain't it? Let me know if you're ready to meet. We can schedule a time and just put it on the books. That way that accountability is out there. All right. So let me know. You are welcome to schedule an appointment. Let's chat. Let's chat. Let's kind of get you back at it, friend. Um, we are in the month of April. So you want to think about what are your quarterly goals? Maybe what are some monthly goals for yourself? And make sure you're staying as much as possible on top of it. And I know it gets hard because I just posted some content after not posting content in a week. Sounds good. Actually, I do want your opinion on something. Okay, sounds good. Sounds good. Just schedule it. Tuesday, I got some time. I mean, I'm sorry, I got some time. Probably sometime today even. Today is a little touch and go, but go ahead. If you want to do today, that's totally fine. If not, Thursday. Thursday, there should be some availability for Thursday. So yeah, just let me know which one works better. And but yeah, so I was also in a trying to figure out my content creation too. And so I've been working through like, what do I want to post? And then just making the time to do it. Sometimes it's just about the time. Hello, friends. How are you? Welcome to the room. I am Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. I'm a creator network agency on TikTok, and I come here and I engage with all of you because I am going to use this to post content. We just talked about content creation. So this becomes a playlist for you guys to go back and watch. I do co-stream at the same time, both TikTok and YouTube. And so I've been doing this for over a year now. And so if you haven't subscribed to the channel, click the subscriber button below, but also click that thumbs up, that like button, as well as the bell to get notifications of when I go live and post content. But I've been doing this for over a year, and I've monetized on YouTube, as well as obviously on TikTok. TikTok I do twice a day daily. I do it here too because I like I said I post this as content. But my point for here is to make sure that I'm growing this page and building it up. I got to do some work to optimize. I just unlocked the ad revenue, so I want to make sure that the content is reaching the right people. But I'm excited about the future, you all. So more to come on that. Let me know if you have questions. I also have the affiliate shopping enabled as well, so that became part of the first phase of monetization. Hello, friends who are coming in. Thank you for commenting. Scheduling for 1:30. I'm flexible. Oh no, not 1:30. I have Luna. Do I? Oh, no, wait, she picked 1 o'clock. I think I am free at 1:30. Hold on one second. 1:30 works for you. I was about to say, what about 2 o'clock? 2 o'clock? Just in case I'm running behind. See if 2 o'clock works. Let me know if it doesn't. Um, yeah, she's from 1 to 1:30, so I will go right from you to her. So yeah, if you could put a buffer in there, that'd be helpful. But if not, I will make it work. So we'll make it work for today. All right. I'm surprised the buffer didn't come in there instantly. Okay, perfect. Two, if you could switch it to two, that'd be perfect. Thank you, friend. Yes. So that way we can get together. Okay. Yeah. Let me know if you can't reschedule. I'll go in and do it manually, but yeah, 2 o'clock will be perfect. Thank you all. Appreciate everybody who is here. We like I said, we'll make this a playlist. I was talking about content creation from a YouTube perspective because I use this as a playlist, but I was also referencing TikTok because I'm going to talk about TikTok in particular. And I just posted some content over there. Just talking about Creator Search Insights. I'll talk about that program as well. But it gives me 2:15, so I'll set it for that. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I'm surprised it didn't give you a 145 for the first time. Interesting that it did it back to back like that. Hmm. Thank you so much. Let's stay focused. Let me we talk about live streaming tips here. Let me know if you go live. Let me know where you're from. Let's put that in the chat. I'm from Florida, so let me know where you're from. My moderator, Idea Barista, is here. She is in the chat. So if anything is not on topic, she will mute you. So you will get silence. But I want to make sure you guys stay focused. We're going to talk about how to go live. Obviously, my nervous friends, my afraid, shy friends, I want you to go live with confidence and ease. But I want to make sure, okay, now you got muted, see? But I want to make sure you guys are growing and learning and feel confident and comfortable moving forward with going live. Okay. So that's what we're talking about. We talk about live streaming tips. And I am going to go live on TikTok. You guys are going to see me in real time. I have trained, I am training the algorithm to know what my topic's about. You said try to be nice. I know you did, friend. We warned her. Him, her, them. But yeah, so I want to make sure you guys are hearing me when I talk through kind of the way to go live. You'll hear me saying intentionally the words that TikTok is listening for to understand what your topic's about. And obviously, I teach this, but sometimes people will ask different questions and I'll veer off into something else. And you'll see your room change a little bit. Your numbers will drop, views will change and shift. And so you want to pay attention to that. And I try to kind of bring it back to the topic at hand. But really, in that beginning, I'm telling the algorithm exactly what the topic is about. And you're going to hear me say TikTok live, live streaming tips, beginner friendly tips. Those things are what the algorithm needs to hear. And I say it slowly, I say it intentionally so that again, I am teaching it what I'm talking about. And they also have now the AI summary, so I'm able to see it in real time, what it thinks of my live stream, what did it interpret as my overall topic. And so they give you a little quick summary. And so when I read that, I'm like, okay, you got me. Yesterday, what was that? Yesterday, it totally had me off base. It was talking something about shields and coffee and stuff. I was like, I did not say anything like that, y'all. So so just know sometimes it goes off tangent and you want to make sure it's understanding you correctly. Or sometimes it'll say what you talked about, which maybe I talked about Creator Search Insights or some other tool, but it's not my main focus in terms of live streaming. So keep that in mind too. You laughing at me. Yeah, I was like, what in the world? TikTok has been acting real weird lately. So hold on. So I'm having to I haven't had a chance. Yesterday was my son's birthday, so I didn't get a chance to kind of message my points of contact in the agency to see about a couple violations that have popped up. And I wonder if it's because I'm showing my phone. That is the only truly common denominator. I can't think anything I've said was a factor in what I was talking about, but I was showing my phone. And so I'm wondering if they're now like, no, no, ma'am, can't do that anymore. So I'm trying to play it cool. I'm trying to see what the deal is, but I will keep you guys posted as I learn more on that too. But we'll see. I'll show my phone in various ways, but maybe I won't show like I was showing the Scale Life rewards. Maybe that's a little bit too much to be showing. I don't know. I was showing campaigns. So again, don't think there was anything wrong with me showing those features, but again, I did get a violation for it. So, or restriction rather, restriction. I always try to make sure I say the distinction between the two. But yeah, so restriction is just a timeout for that particular live. Violation means that you're shut down and you're suspended for a period of days. There's a lot of suspicious activity on TikTok. I know, I know. Yeah, so obviously with we are in the midst of change, and change is inevitable, but you just stick with it and see what happens. But overall, the live has been growing, and so trying to make sure I'm being intentional about the growth as well. All right, my dear friends, I am going to go over to TikTok. You guys are going to see me in real time. Thank you all for being here. If you're new, go ahead and put new in the chat, but also give me a like. And if you have not subscribed yet, click that subscriber button as well as the bell to get notifications of when I go live and post content. So we are going live, friends, on TikTok. So stay with me as we prepare to go live. TikTok Live, TikTok Live. We are live on TikTok. We're talking about live streaming tips for beginners, beginner friendly tips to go live. Come in if you are interested in learning how to go live. We're talking about how to go live with confidence and ease. Hello, friend. How are you, pals? Thank you so much for joining. We're talking about go live tips. So come in if you're curious how to go live. We're going to do our warm up. Feel free to come in. How you doing, Brandy? Thank you so much for being here. We are talking about how to go live streaming tips. I am sharing information about the live streaming process. So come in, ask questions. Thank you so much. Feel free to come in and ask questions. We are talking about live streaming tips, friends. Thank you so much for supporting the live streaming tips. Come in. Let me know if you have any questions, friends. So, TikTok Live. So, as you guys come in, we are doing our warm up to engage and like the live. So, if you don't mind liking the live, we have almost 600 likes. And so, in counting, so we're liking a live. I am going to share out my live as well so I can tell my friends we are live right now. So, feel free to come in and ask questions. So I am getting things prepared. Uh-oh, somebody tried to message me. You made me have to start over. The person tried to co-host with me. Hello, friends. How are you? Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for joining. I appreciate you all being here. I am sharing out my live. I actually had to start over because it got erased. Somebody tried to co-host with me. Thank you all for being here. We are talking about all things live streaming. If you don't mind liking a live, we have almost 2K likes. So let's see if we can get to 10K likes in 10 minutes. Um, let's see. Let's see. I am typing up my live. There we go. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you so much, pals. I did not see that, but I appreciate you, friend. I don't know what was said, but it must have been something you felt a need to address. Thank you so much, friends. I appreciate the support. We are talking all things going live. We are doing live streaming tips, so I am getting started. I was on the other screen, so I didn't see it. I just see where somebody got blocked. So so apparently they were not behaving. Not it was too early in the morning to deal with shenanigans, and Pals is not about that business right now. So just know, just know she has her block in hand, all right? Danny, thank you so much for being here. Others in the room, come on in. Appreciate you all joining. How you doing, Brandy? Welcome to the room. Others, feel free to come in. We're liking the live. If you don't mind, we are going to try to get to 10K likes in 10 minutes. We are at 2.8K, so but 3 minutes in, so we're trailing behind a little bit. So I do this activity as a way for us to warm up the room. It lets the algorithm know people are here, they're engaging. So the more you can like the live and get those hearts flowing, that will support and is truly just tapping the screen. So you are just tapping, you'll see a heart pop up right here by my photo, and it's going to have a line that streams across so that you see it, you'll see it crawling, and then once you stop, and once it gets to the end and you stop tapping, confetti falls on the screen. So you actually see that engagement as well. Ashley, how are you, friend? Welcome to the room. Thank you all for being here. So appreciate all the support. We are doing our early activation. I call it the warm up of your live. If you are not someone who warms up your live, you want to get in the habit of warming it up because again, TikTok is seeing what you're doing. It allows you to get a little bit more visibility because of that activation. All right. So that's something I want you guys to start practicing doing. Okay. Hey, I have an eye appointment. I'll catch you later. Thank you so much, Ashley. I will be at the 4 o'clock, friend. I'm here at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern daily. So I appreciate you all coming through. We got some friends coming in. Thank you, Ashley, for the roses. Appreciate the support, friend, early on. We are 5K likes. We're halfway there, and we are 4 minutes in, so we're doing better. We are doing much better. So we want to pick up the pace. If you're coming in, you'll see the hearts flowing to the side here. Again, that's our warm up. Let me know as you guys come in if you have questions. I always want to make sure I say hi to my new friends coming in, making sure you guys know I'm here and I'm here to answer questions. Brett, thank you so much, Brett Love. Thank you so much. Um, and so I appreciate that. You said slaps knee. Why does it say that? See you later. Why does it say that? Was that an emoji that you put in? What happened there, friend? Hey, me myself, how are you, friend? Welcome to the room again. Brand new account, no bio. I'm gonna give you some homework. All right. I want you to update that bio, put some words there. I went live once and I got very nervous. Okay. Well, did you go live off a different account? Let me know. This must be a brand new account. So you don't have live access as of yet. So you must have a different one. Hey friend, how you doing? Thank you for saying hi. Sharing tips to get started with live streaming. Ask your questions. The AI is talking to us and got us right, y'all. So that's good. Watch your live for 100 minutes. Thank you so much, sweet sense. Eye appointment. See you later. Anyone, no one. Okay. You know what? This is my backup. Okay, perfect, perfect. Thank you for sharing, friend. You know what? You know what, pals? That was it was actually funny after clicked. So it was funny. Suey, thank you so much joining. I stayed for 42 minutes. That's good. That's good. So in 49 views. Progress being made. I love it. I love it. That is not bad at all. Keep it up. You wanna get that engagement early and, keep going. So TikTok doesn't push you out in the beginning very, very far. So as you do it more, you'll have more visibility, but you gotta be consistent, stay with it. Um, but no one stays for more than 2 seconds. That's typical. Again, first live, you're not gonna get a lot of sitting and talking and chatting. People are just swiping through. So somebody might stop to scroll, make sure your board is up so they kinda got a sense of what you're talking about. Maybe speak to them, say, "Hi, how you doing?" Connect with them early on. Maybe someone will stop and just say, "Oh, well, let me ask questions. Let me engage back." Yes, went live. Hey, Sweet Sense, and was sent restricted notice. They said I was trying to sell products out of TikTok. Yes. So were you? It was saying that you was pushing people off the platform. Um, and so yes, it depends on what you actually said. How do you put that want to go live. Okay. I'll that's a board, so I'll share information about that. Hey Luna, look forward to connecting today. That's so nice. Thank you so much, friend. So sweet sense, yes. You got to be careful about what you say in the live stream. If it sounds as if you're promoting your products and services and obviously telling people where to go to get those products and services, it could be TikTok will say you're redirecting and you're pushing people off the platform. So you got to be careful about what you say and how you say it, with the understanding that if you're a TikTok shop seller, then obviously you can pin your products, you can talk about your products. But if you're not, you got to be careful about telling people to go to your webpage, those type of things. I have a business, but I was only talking about new products, but did not mention my website. Again, products, were you showing anything? Were you physically showing the products too? Again, you gotta be careful. If you're a shop, then pin the products. If you're not, then you can't. You gotta be careful about how you say things and what you're showing. Okay. Me too, Luna. Thank you so much, friend. All right, friends, let me know where you're at. We got that 10K likes. We got it in less than 10 minutes. It's 8 minutes on my screen, so we definitely got it well in advance. It might even been 7, who knows? Appreciate you guys for supporting that. We got those likes, and so we're gonna make sure we share out the live. "Hey, Dee Dee, how are you, friend?" "Hello, Digital Ray, welcome to the room." It says LA, what does that mean? La? Okay, got it, yeah. I would definitely be careful about how you say things. Thank you all for being here. Banner and boards are different. Banner and boards are different. Boards is a feature. Banners banners, I guess. I know TikTok has a banner that they scroll across the top. I don't excuse me. I don't know if there's an actual thing called banners in TikTok. You got me thinking. I'm thinking stickers. I know we have stickers. Stickers are in here. I think we have boards. I wonder if banners is an international term. I wonder. Can you show me how to get this board? Yes, the board says, "Do you help with setting up a shop?" For sellers, I do not. For affiliates, if you are an affiliate, I can walk you through that process. Sellers, I don't have a shop in a sense of selling my own products. I don't have that, so I've never gone through that process, so I don't know it, and so I don't talk about it. When it comes to other people in my agency, other people who are on the app. There's plenty of people who have done it that know a little bit more about the process. I hear that it's a little detailed, so you just got to be prepared to kind of walk through the multiple steps and understand that TikTok is very particular about what you can do and how you go about setting up your shop. I will show boards in a second. I love it. Thank you so much. Hey, friend, how are you? Welcome to the room, Duncan. Good morning, Raquel. Thank you so much. You said as soon as came, as soon as I come, how do I see what I have no bio so soon? I don't understand the question, but you don't have a bio, so you need to do a bio. It is tired, need assistance. Yes, yes. It is a process, especially if you're trying to be a seller. Seller is not for the faint. Flourish Plants, she comes in, she's a seller. She has a shop. I think she is in the process of closing her shop, but she could probably tell you some information about how to get it up and running. As soon as I came in your room, how do you see that I have no bio so soon? I clicked your photo. I literally clicked your photo. Here, here. No bio. Anybody can click anybody's photo. You guys can click anybody in this room's photo. So let's click each other's photos. Okay. Once you click each other's photos, you'll see what they have and what their bio is all about. And matter of fact, you should be doing that. You absolutely should be doing that so you know who's in a room. And before you start following people, you want to make sure you read their bio. So that's a good practice. Hello, friend. How you doing, Beatable? TikTok just gave us the flash goal. Let's see. TikTok says, "I love you so much." 15 of them. That is reasonable, I think. Can we get 15, y'all? Let's see if we can achieve this flash goal. The flash goal is something TikTok sets for the room. I do not set it. It's a random thing that TikTok will put out there as a gift, and it's a way to see who's engaging. It's one per person. One per person. Trisha T, how are you, friend? I feel like I ain't seen you in a while. Have I not seen you? Where you been? Welcome to the room, everybody. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate you all supporting that flash goal. It is TikTok's goal, not mine. So you want to make sure your room supports and activates. It helps to activate the room, helps to get more visibility. So if you guys don't mind supporting that flash goal, I would really appreciate it. And again, it's one per person. Next time I go live again, I want to know how to. Okay. Um, yes. Boards is on the topic. A topic I'm going to cover. Do you go live on the phone? I am on my cell phone. I want to start going live. All right. I am Orchid. I appreciate you being here. Surviving work is crazy. Oh, sorry to hear that, friend. Hopefully it gets a little easier. I am Orchid. Welcome to the room as well. What's holding you back? Why haven't you gone live yet? Let me know. Good morning, sweetheart. How are you, friend? Welcome to the room. Others in the room, thank you so much for coming in. I need to start doing this. Okay, there you go. Is it Mercy? Thank you so much as well. Appreciate you being here. We got 5 of 15 I love you so muches. So let's see if we can pick up the pace. We got more than enough people in the room. If we can give 1 per person, that is TikTok's flash goal. It is not mine. It's a way to show that your room is supporting and you guys are actually, engaging in the content. I tell you guys all the time, this is not TV, so you wanna make sure you are supporting the room, and it's the flash goal, you'll see it up here, it's the "I love you so much," so once you click it, 1 per person, so if each person can give 1, that would be greatly appreciated. Hey, I'm new here, good morning, Wanda, thank you so much for being here as well. Thank you so much for coming into the live, you all. So let's good morning to the room. Appreciate you, sweetheart. Appreciate that flash go support. Thank you so much. We are 50% there. So if we can get our additional 7 people to support, that would be greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for following the creator as well. As you guys come in, we do have the flash goal. So it's a 15-minute goal. TikTok sets it for the room. And essentially, it's a way to see if the room is actually going to engage. So, as you have more people in the room, I talk about, okay, this is the opportunity for us to get those goals pretty quickly. And let's move on to our topic at hand. A couple things I always have to tell people when you are trying to be a live host, you'll see it here where you want to come live, go live. You're in my room, you want to go live. I'm going to tell you right now. Hey, Natty Nat, you're going to ask for your room to support your live stream whether it's the like in the live. Hey, Miss Vicky, how you doing, Coach Vicky? Good morning, Natty Nat. Thank you all for coming in and connecting. Can you give me the name again for seller assistance? Um, I was saying someone who does it, I don't know if she still does it. I'm not gonna speak if she doesn't do it anymore, then that's totally fine. But I know Flourish Plants, she is a business account. She has her plant business and she did set up a shop at one point. So she probably could tell you a little bit more about the shop part of how you go, how to set up your shop. So she probably can give you some guidance. I'm Canadian and spent winters in Florida. I'm just learning TikTok. Awesome, awesome. I am in Florida, friend. So welcome to the room. Good morning, everybody. We do have that flash goal going. Hey, eye imagery. Welcome to the room. We do have that flash goal. Yes, 6 more flash goals, 6 more people. Um, I sent my heart me already. I'm trained. Thank you so much, Miss Vicky. I appreciate it. We do have a different flash goal, so that's good. Appreciate the support, everybody. Yeah, the heart meter is probably gonna be by 4 o'clock. That's what I'm gonna get, knowing TikTok. TikTok is always trying me. Um, and so thank you all for coming in. Alicia, I see you coming in as well. Appreciate you all coming in. We are almost done with that flash goal. We just need 3 more people to support the flash goal. And so you guys, y'all go, I'm gonna have to get on my soapbox, y'all. I'm going to have to because I'm seeing a lot of my new friends come in and they don't have the badges. You know that. So we know we need to help them understand how to engage properly. Cool, I'm in Seminole, just about to head to um what is that, Madeira Beach? Is that it? With hubby. Awesome. Welcome, friend. Welcome. Oh, woo. 44 people in the room. Hey, Scotty, how are you, friend? Good morning. Hey, Jennifer. Welcome to the room. Thank you all. Yes. So, as you guys come in, if you're new to my room, I always say my new friends, when you come to someone's home, the first thing you're going to do is say hello to them. So, put in the chat if you're new, put in the chat, say hello. Let me know you're here. Morning. How you doing, Tiny Stiletto? Welcome to the room as well, friend. Thank you all for supporting with those populars and roses. Hello, Stacy. You said I'm new. Welcome. Oh, Luna, thank you for the corgi. I appreciate that, friend. Fast Cash with Sherry, welcome to the room as well. Appreciate you all being here. Thank you so much for coming in and supporting. You said I'm old. You old school. You said I'm new. Digital Ray, thank you so much for being here as well. Appreciate you as well, friend. I learned so much from you. You're live. The other day you were here. You're back again. Thank you so much, Jennifer. I appreciate it. All right. So did we get that flash goal? I was sitting there talking. You know what? We did not, y'all. Um, let's engage, friends. Now I have to get on my soapbox. I don't want to get on my soapbox, but I think I'm gonna have to. So I appreciate you all coming in. Did we get it? We achieved it. Okay, I appreciate that so much. Okay, let me say this. I do need to get on my soapbox just a wee bit because we got some new friends that joined us and I appreciate you all joining. Before I do this, we're going to talk about engagement. I want to make sure you guys fully understand how to engage because you're engaging as viewers. So we want to make sure we're supporting the live stream, helping to boost it and get more visibility, but also let TikTok know we are engagers as well. That's how we're going to unlock more features and capabilities for yourself but also for people engaging wanting to engage with you. They have to see you as an engager. So we'll talk about that board in a second. Give me a second for the board talk. I want you guys to share out the live. In the beginning of my live stream, I always have to make sure I'm activating the room. So I'm telling people how to support the live. You do want to spend some time in the beginning helping people understand how to support your live, especially when you get new people in the room. So I share that. I say that because I want you guys to understand just the mechanics of getting your room warmed up. All right. Because that's going to be very important. That's how you grow. That's how you get more people to come in and TikTok see this as an active room. People are here. They're interested in what's being shared and they want to support. So you'll see the likes up here. Those are the hearts that are flowing. You'll see an arrow down here in the corner. You want to share out the live. There's a couple different ways to share out the live. Thank you very much, Sweet Sense. There's a couple different ways to share out the live. You can share it out by clicking different people in groups that you belong to. You can repost it. You can add it to your stories. It'll give you all those different ways to share out the live. That is support for the live stream. We did get the flash go. How cute. Thank you so much, friend. Thank you so much, Little Reasons. Thank you for being here as well. Or you could hold down the middle of the screen. Oh my gosh. Hold down the middle of the screen and then you can send it out that way. So if you touch my glasses or my nose, you can share the live to other friends that you know. So that's another way to support the live. So feel free to share out that live if you don't mind so that we can get more visibility, more support. As you guys come in, I appreciate all the engagement for the live stream. The other thing I wanna say, my new friends in the room, I tell you guys all the time, if you are new, you wanna make sure that if you're trying to be a live host, that you are also perceived as an engaged viewer. So, TikTok tells on you, TikTok is super messy, super messy, super able to tattle on y'all. We see it, y'all gonna see it. You're not gonna be able to unsee it. Now that I'm gonna tell you this. So when you come in someone's room, we see badges next to people's names. Now you guys can look and see them as well. If you do not have a blue box, if you do not have a Lisa box, Lisa means that you went here and clicked and got the daily heart mate. That tells me, and it tells all the viewers in the room, that you are not necessarily someone that is actively engaging in live streams. Maybe you don't know because you're new, because my new friends that said they're new, or maybe, just maybe, you're like, I don't want to engage in that way and I want to ignore all TikTok messages. So that person is a person that we probably will want to avoid because if you are doing it because you don't want to engage in that way, then other people should not be engaging in you with your live either or your content because you're not an engaged viewer. So you got to be mindful of when you come into a live, how are you appearing? All right. And then when you become a live host and you're sitting in this chair, you're going to want people to engage in your live. You're going to want people to get your daily heart rate. You're going to want people to share out your live and tap the screen. You're going to want people to support your flash goal. He said, new to the room. Good morning, friend. And so you're going to want people to do that because that helps with your room visibility. It helps to get your room warmed up and boosted. All right. So if you are not doing that for other lives and other people, then how are you going to want and expect the support? Okay. So I want you to be mindful of what messages you're sending when you do not have those engagement badges. That's the first thing we can see. Now, as a live host, I can see who shared my live. I can see how many taps you've done. I can see how many comments you sent. I can see that. So I know who are like true engagers. Okay. But I also know because I look at those badges and boxes and I know who has been around these TikTok streets because that's what the blue box represents, that you've been out supporting lives. And then I know people who have come in and grabbed my daily heart me. And so let me be clear. You're going to want people to do this for you. And then on top of that, there are rooms where they won't actually engage with you. and answer questions. If they feel like, hey, you're asking me all these questions, but you haven't done the one thing you could have done just to show support, which is grab the Daily Heart Me. So let me talk about that really quickly because I want you guys to understand that I don't just share information like that. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to do it. I want you to be intentional about what you're doing and what messages you're sending out by engaging and not engaging. All right. Thank you so much. Thank you for the follow, friend. Hey, happy. How are you, friend? And thank you for the shares. Everyone who shared out the live, I so appreciate it. Like I said, I do see it. And then I tell you guys all the time, I show you step by step because I want you all to be able to say you see it too. Because I don't want you to be thinking that I'm making stuff up. The information is here. TikTok overshares. TikTok shares a lot. So we know as live hosts what's going on and what's not going on. So we see it and it's shared with us. Love your honesty. You're welcome, Stacy. I love supporting other women. Thank you so much, Wanda. So Wanda, here's what I'm gonna tell you to do, friend. We're gonna get you some badges. So first thing you need to do, and I don't tell you guys to I tell you not to break the bank. Precious, you're gonna do exactly what Precious just did. Thank you so much, friends. Getting the Daily Heart Me and being a first time gifter on the app. I appreciate that. So Precious put coins on her account. You see the gift box down here. I'll tell you, there's a couple different ways to get to it, but she put coins on her account and then she went up here and clicked where it says join. Some of you might even say follow, but if it says join, that's what she did. And then let me say this, you all, there are several of you who came into my room and there was a little message that popped up for you. It pops up for all of us. It tells you what to do. And what I know to be true is that many of you have ignored that message. Pretend like it hadn't even popped up. And so I'm gonna tell you to pause, take a look and see what you're doing because TikTok is telling you how to engage. Hey, honey, thank you so much, friend. Appreciate that support. Thank you so much for being a first time gifter and grabbing that daily heart me. Appreciate that. So, coins on your account, when you click the gift box below, couple different ways to do it. You are going to not necessarily getting in the app. When you click the gift box in the corner is the coins in the lower right corner, or it says recharge. I'll show you on my account. It's gonna be coins here. If you click that symbol, it takes you to where you can recharge. I don't want you to recharge in the app. I want you to go to the web page. That's what that is. I want you to go to a web page and I want you to intentionally click here where it says recharge on TikTok.com/coin, COIN, to get coins on your account. When you do that, it allows you to it'll go to the website and it gives you a 25% discount. So go there to get your coins so you get more for your money. I don't want you to break the bank. $10, $20 to start with, and then that'll get you started where you can do some of these one coin supports. Love that discount. Yes, the one coin support is what you're going to need to have on your account. And again, that speaks volumes about how you are running around these TikTok streets, going to people's lives. And if you are a supporter, because we can see your badge number, we can see your Lisa box, that badge that says Lisa, we can see that you've done that. And we can see that you haven't done it. All right. So if you haven't done it, we can see it as well. And so when you don't have it, you'll have some people look at you like, are you really a supporter? You're asking a lot of questions, trying to get a lot of information, but what are you doing to support the live stream? So keep that in mind. And then again, I always tell you guys thank you so much, friend. How you engage as a live host is also going to matter how people want to support your live. You want to go out, you want to engage, you want to help others and support their live stream because you want them to come and support you. Now, it's not necessarily tit for tat, but that engagement does help. All right. It does bring visibility to you, and people see you as an engaged viewer and they want to see you succeed as well. Hey, Per Mom, how are you, friend? So let's say, where can you see that at? Where can I see what at? Tell me, friend. Tell me what you meant. The blue box and the orange box next to your name, Queen. Queen, what did you mean, friend? I just wanted to thank you. Following your advice, I get over 1K views now. Do you really, Gabby? Look at you, friend. I appreciate that. I love hearing those stories. Thank you for that success story, friend. When do you put in the chat? When do you go live and let us know more? How's it been going for you, friend? That's good. And are you getting engagement? That's the other thing. Tap the screen. It's a free way to support lives you enjoy. Reciprocate energy. Please tap. Yes, tapping is clapping. Good morning, per mom. Yes, that's awesome, friend. Queen, what was your question? Let me know what you meant, friend. I want to make sure I'm answering your question. Thank you all for being here. I appreciate it. Thank you so much for the support. Um, we're gonna talk about boards. Boards is like I need to do a board conversation. Yes, over 30 plus. Awesome, awesome. That's awesome, friend. Please show again where you should go to get coins. Oh, title gifter for the roses. Look at you. Thank you so much. Little three little what is it? Three little reasons. I love it. When you click the gift box, that's probably the quickest way, but I would tell you don't recharge by in the app. Right above it, it says recharge on TikTok.com/coin. All right. And so I would say go there. Thank you so much, Per Mom. I appreciate it. The coin discount is only in the US. Is it only in the US? It might be. I could see that being the case. I could see that being the case. Yes, I'm located in Florida, so I'm in the US. So if it's not internationally, definitely put coins in your account though. So you decide on how you want to go about doing it, but you want to make sure you're able to fully engage. I would be remiss to not tell you this, and people don't say anything. A lot of people don't really even know that that is part of how TikTok is, you know, identifying you as an engaged viewer. All right. And so I'll show you real quick when it comes to a live host, I can see your taps and comments and stuff. And that is the first level of support. It is actually very supportive because you'll see up here. If you click the number of people in the room, you can see a question mark and it tells you who are the top viewers. So you can see who's the top viewers from these bubbles, but it also breaks it down for you. So I want you guys to be able to visually understand that people are judging you when you come into a room. All right. So I want you to understand that and not especially as you become a live host, you're going to look at this as well. You should pay attention to it. She was asking a question, not making a statement about the coins in the US. Um, oh, was she asking a question? That was a question? Oh, okay. I don't know the answer to that question. If it is, I think I said it as if maybe that is the case, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure if it's just in the US. Um, please, can you show us how to buy coins outside the app? Um, let's see. Let's do this one more time. Do you see the gift box here? See that gift box? Click that. And then you see the number of coins. Click that. And if it doesn't say coins, it will say recharge. And then this is where I said here, recharge on TikTok.com/coin. That's why I was saying go there. So once you click there, it takes you to a website. Now, again, that may be something only available in the US. I'm not certain of that. So just keep that in mind if it does not work because you're in a different country. What you have on top, is that called a board? This is called a board. Yep, that's called a board. I'm gonna get to the board conversation in just a few minutes. Um, yes, I think so. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, Robbie. Appreciate the compliment. Not available here. Okay. Um, all right, friend. So yeah. What country are you in? What do you mean? You also get a notice link to that site when you first enter a live stream. Yeah, you do. Yeah, that's what I said. When you guys first come into lives, there's so many messages TikTok is sending you. Oh, Nigeria. Okay. So yeah, it could be very much, well, the case that it's not available in other countries. Um, .com, yeah, that makes sense. .com is typically a US, other country codes. Other countries would have their country code instead of a .com typically. But yes, welcome friend. How you doing, Moonflower? Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Thank you all for being here. Um, so let's go to let me explain the heart me in a blue box. We're gonna go there real quick. And so that way we can get some more engagement. Thank you, Unwritten, for sharing out the live. Others come in the room, sharing out the live. Morning, Moonflower. Appreciate you being here. If you are new, I always say if you're coming in new, put new in the chat so we can see you as well. And if you are um, unfamiliar with all the things we just talked about, engagement things, I want you guys to say you're new as well, so we can see you. Thank you so much, Sherry. Appreciate your friend. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much for joining us. Um, JB James, thank you as well.
JB, I'm going to help you get a bio. We want to make sure you get a bio. My friend Christine, is that it, Christine? Thank you. You're in Tampa. I'm in Florida. Welcome to the room, friend. All right, friends, let's do this. Let's do Blue Box real quick. Let's put Blue in the chat. We're going to do that. We have a few friends that do not have theirs. So we want to make sure we support them and understanding how to engage. And so, if you could all put the word blue in the chat, we're going to go through this quick exercise. I want you guys to then, once you put the word in, and this is for everybody in the room, I always tell you pay attention to what you have going on and your level of engagement. Okay. So I want you to see your experience points. That's how you were experiencing live streams. Lisa, did you find out if you could still use the backups for demonstrating? I didn't get a chance to yesterday. I was out with my son, so I didn't get a chance to. Yesterday was baby boy's birthday. So I didn't get a chance to ask the question. So I'm still kind of riding, um, flying blind on this. So I'm going to assume maybe that was a glitch, maybe not, but I'm going to ask the question though. You're so sweet. I appreciate you. So we're gonna put the word blue. I'm gonna put my own blue. I've shown my phone a few times, but I'm not showing it the way I was before. Um, Blue in the chat. So when you put blue in the chat, I want you to go find your blue and I want you to click your photo. Okay. So for the account I just put in, I put my backup in, your profile is gonna pop up. So your profile is popping up. When your profile pops up, you will see what level you are. So I am a level 22. If you guys click that, it says LV dot whatever you are, LV0, LV25, LV2, LV26, LV17, whatever your blue level box is. Mine is level 22. So I'm going to click that. Blue screen pops up. I want to point out that question mark right there. I'm going to give you a summary, the Cliff Note version of this, but that question mark gives you more information about your level of engagement. So I want you guys to be intentional about reading some of these features in here so you understand as a viewer and as a future live host what is happening in the live stream, what all this means. Everything on this live stream has some meaning, some purpose. All right. So I want you guys to understand that. So you all, some of you all have blue boxes, some of you do not. This actually tells you your level of engagement. And so what it does is has my level 22 there. And then it tells me I'm in the range between 20 to 29. And that range has a certain color and it has a certain symbol. Okay. So I'm in the third level of engagement. The first level was 0 to 9. Okay. Second level, 10 to 19. Third level, 20 to 29. Fourth level, 30 to 39. Fifth level, 40 to 50. Basically, they put 50 in there too. So just understand you'll see those notches, you'll see these symbols, you'll even see the colors change. All of that is indicating what level you're at, how you are growing as an engaged viewer. People ask me all the time, like, what is the best level? What's a good level to be in? It goes from 1 to 50. I tell people 25. 25 gives you a little bit extra privileges because as you're growing, you get to see other features, other things that you'll have access to. 25 allows you to fly into the room. You'll see people in blue boxes fly in. All right. Almost 25. You are, friend. Hey, Black Lotus, how are you, friend? So you see that, and we see it too. Hey, Luna. Luna flew in because she's a super fan from my room. So that she's flying in because of that reason as well. Pals is flying in too. This is such good for information. I'm fairly new to TikTok, so learning so much. You're welcome, friend. Good morning, Kimball. Thank you so much, friend. Thank you so much for being here, friend. And so as you are engaging in a live stream, um, pay attention to the blue boxes, and then as you go higher, you turn purple. They're not blue anymore. What do you mean by fly in? People come eye level so again, as a live host, and again, I'm putting my live host, I'm the live host. I want to see who's coming into my room. Thank you so much. Thank you. So you see Luna, she flew in. She's at the top. Everybody else who's under comes in from the bottom. And so I don't necessarily see you when you're coming into the room because you're just a quick little blurb name that pops up down there. But when you fly in for two reasons. So Luna's flying in because of her super fan status for my room. So that gives her visibility and that allows me to see her and connect with her. You said blue indigo. I love that. Then purple. I love that. That's OMG information. Love you. Appreciate your friend. And so when you're 25 and above, you fly into rooms that are under 100 people. So the room does matter. So if you're in a room with all thousands of people in it, then you don't fly in. You come in just like everybody else from the bottom up. But if you're 35, level 35, you fly in no matter what the room size is. All right. You said I'm about 17 in my main account. Okay. So yeah, so this account here, you need to kind of figure out how you want to grow this one as well as the main one as well. Cause again, people are judging and seeing you based off where you're at in their room, like what you're doing in their room. And so when everything's said and done, you wanna start to think about your engagement. Okay. So this is your overall experience. And so you get levels because you are gifting and engaging. Now, the next part here is telling you how many points you've picked up because you see here it says points to level up. So there's a scrolling message. I want you to pay attention to that. But look at your points. Your points are essentially how you are getting points from your gifting, your other engagement you're doing in a live stream, and then ultimately that forward slash is the total points you need to get to the next level. So if you're level 0, how do you get to level 1? It tells you what points you need. And then underneath that is the difference between what you got and what you need is those points you're trying to level up to. All right. And so that's where you're trying to level up. So pay attention to your points. All right. What you said it's I've created a new one for learning. Well, you could you could readjust, refix the algorithm too. Hey friend, thank you so much. Should a person just focus on one main account? Not necessarily. It depends on what you're trying to do with your other account. So I have a couple different accounts. I have my agency page and then I have my shop page for TikTok shop products and stuff. And I have a separate account for that. Um, I Hey, Proverbs. I typically will focus mainly on this account. This is my main. This is my main account. So this is where most of my attention is going. However, the other accounts do get some focus here and there. And so I know I need to do better on both of them. You're always going to have one that you're going to pour the most time and attention into. But if you definitely can have other accounts and just depends on what you're trying to do. Okay, friend. Appreciate it. Okay, and then this one you need to reactivate your blue box. And so that allow you to reactivate as well if you send a rose or whatever message TikTok told you to do. Was it the heart me? Was it a heart puff? TikTok told you to do something when you came into the live. This is very informative. Thank you, Sherry. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. So I appreciate you all. You said the algorithm is messing up. So yeah, so really quickly with the algorithm and why I said another account. Um, well, let me finish the blue box. Let me close this out. Thank you so much, friends. Appreciate you all. Let me close this out and then I'll talk about just understanding the algorithm a little bit more because you guys, you do need to make sure you're being intentional about your algorithm, but you can train it too. So you can readjust it and fix it if you need to. Um, when it comes to this, so pay attention to your points, pay attention to your engagement. Okay, perfect. I see your friend. So pay attention to your engagement and what you're doing. As you are coming into someone's live, you want to be intentional. And again, I'm teaching you this because you're going to be a live host. If you're in my room, you're curious about how to go live. And so what you need to understand is how to be an engaged viewer because your behaviors is going to help inform your live stream and how you educate your community. All right. You're going to have people coming to your live. They're going to be asking questions and you're going to want them to engage in your live. You're going to want them to share the live. You're going to want them to comment. You're going to want them to tap your screen for the hearts to flow. You're going to want them to support your flash goal, your live goal, your gift, get all the things. You're going to want that support. And then you're going to say, well, wait a minute. I got a room full of people who don't know how to support because they've never been in rooms and no one's ever trained them and educated them. All right. Thank you so much, Digital. So when you're doing this check, I tell people to check it often so that you understand what your status is and that you're trying to grow and level up. You do it at your own pace. Don't break your bank, but make sure you're doing something. All right? That's what I would tell you. Make sure you're doing something so that you're intentionally growing. Good morning. How you doing, RJ? Appreciate your friends. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting the live stream. Appreciate all the support, friends. Um, okay, let's go. Let's do this. Let's go to algorithm. That was the question. And then boards. Let me do boards first because you guys were talking about boards quite a bit. And then that way you guys can get that information. Boards. That's what this is. TikTok has boards under the settings area before you go live. So when you get ready to go live, RJ, look at your level 19. Thank you for sending that level up ship in the room. I appreciate it, friend. Oh, wow. You are growing, friend. Congratulations. Thank you for sharing that with me. I appreciate it. Um, do you talk about this at other times? I've been working hard to hear everything. Oh, um, I do. I come live twice a day, 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, I go live twice a day. I'll be back at 4 today. All right. I see some transparent rectangle box. Um, what does that mean, friend? Let me know what you meant by that. Thank you so much. Level 14. Look at you, friend, in the room. Congratulations. Thank you so much for sharing in board. Um, I don't know what you mean. I don't know what that is. Transparent box. You said I'm in Arizona. That's one my time. Laugh out loud. Yes, that's one your time. So yeah, so I'm Eastern. Yep. Thank you so much for the hand heart. I appreciate it, friend. Appreciate the support. Little three little reasons. Thank you so much, friend. So okay, so under boards, and I what I'm trying to do is minimize how much I'm showing my phone today because TikTok was a little funny for the last couple days. And only factor is that I was showing my phone when I was showing different features. So I'm being cognizant of that. So what I need for you all to do, and so before you go live. And if you want to go back and look at my video, I have a video on my page that talks about how to do a private live, go and practice live streaming. It actually takes you to the settings area. So before you go live, you're going to land on a settings screen. On that settings screen is multiple different settings features. One of those at the top should be board or it's going to be a separate icon. It's its own separate icon, and maybe that's what you're talking about, a rectangle transparent box that says board. You're gonna click that, or you go in settings. It's probably one of those two places. Then once you click it, it takes you to a screen that says, "Hey, you can do a general board or a multi-panel board, a multi-guest panel board. You want general, that's what this is. And then they also have what's now called the AI boards. All right. So the AI boards allows for you to have two lines, maybe two different fonts, two different colors, however you want to set up your boards. I think they even actually have one that has three lines. Don't quote me on that, but you have a couple different options, couple different font features and some other styles you can select from. So you can set up your board. The main thing to keep in mind is that you do not want to have a website. You do not want to have pricing. You do not want to have other social media platforms, including TikTok, on your boards and no personal identifying information like your phone number. And so be mindful of how you set up your boards. It will restrict your visibility. Thank you so much, Black Lotus. Colleen, thank you for that daily heart me as well. Appreciate the roses, Black Lotus. Appreciate the support, title gifter. Um, Good morning from Michigan. Welcome, friend from Florida. So keep that in mind. That is boards. So boards is on the screen before you have to set up the board before you go live. So if you click go live, you can't set up your board. You can add your board and take it away, but you cannot set it up. All right. Good morning. Thank you so much, friends, coming into the room. I appreciate you all coming in to support the board live stream conversation. This board, I'm going to remove it. Let's see. I will hide it. I can click hide and I can add a new board. Okay. I can add that and I can bring that board back. So there's a couple different styles in there you can play around with. All right. You set up your boards all before you go live. Thank you so much for the roses. I appreciate that. So let me know if there's any questions about that. That is boards. Right. Let me know, and I need to do a video for boards. I keep saying that. I did a different piece of content today, but it's time for me to do boards. I realize that, and I can just say, "Hey, guys, I did a board video," so that you guys can see it because I know it seems to be a popular question, and, you said, "Yes, please do that." It is, pretty intuitive once you get in there. You just have to make sure you're saving it, playing around with some different fonts, so it has a couple different features for you now. So you can set up everything up before you actually go live, activating your live. Yeah, yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You can set up fonts. I'm sorry, fonts. I'm sorry, effects. I said fonts. Effects. Um, you can do sound effects. That's where you hear the clapping and the cheers and stuff and the laughter. Um, I'm sorry, sound effects happens once you go live, but the effects you can do beforehand. Your background you can do beforehand. Your board you can do beforehand. So those are the features you want to make sure you activate before you go live. So yeah. Thank you, friend. You're welcome. Understand perfectly now. Thank you much. You're welcome, friend. You are welcome. So what I was going to do was just talk really quickly. You guys talked about the algorithm and having to reset it. So a couple things you need to do reset your algorithm. I tell people all the time, thank you so much. You're welcome. Everything you watch, everything you type, everything you say while you're in the live stream, everything you engage in, like if you're doing the hearts from the bottom up approach with the content, TikTok takes that as a message like, hey, you're interested in this type of content, you're interested in this type of topics and stuff you want to see in your feed. So when you say you messed up your algorithm, then I'm gonna say it was probably something you were watching, you were doing, you were engaging in. And TikTok took that as a message like, "Oh, you wanna see this. This is the type of content you wanna see." And so you can put in content preferences, um, if you wanna see certain content. You also can go back and change that by changing what you're searching and what type of content you're looking at. I meant I wanna grow rooms. Oh, you went to grow rooms, and I should have not. Yeah, grow rooms, you go there for a reason, not a season. So, yeah, that is yeah, that will impact how you are seeing things. People coming to your live are coming from those grow rooms. There's a lot of people from other countries in those rooms, and so if you're trying to be in the US, I've had some people say, "Oh, well, wait a minute, I'm getting people only from certain countries." And I would say again, were you in a room where there was a lot of activity from other countries? Grow room being an example of that, or some other live room you went into. It does matter. They're picking you up, coming to your stream, following you, doing all the things, and then all of a sudden you're like, okay, that's primarily the people who are showing up in my live is because of where you were at too and what you were doing, what lives you went to. Um, you said I have to link in the bio. Um, well, you said I have to link in the bio. What does that mean? You have a link in your bio? I actually tell people not to put links in your bio because it also suppresses your views when you go live. So now I have to fix that. Yes. Yeah. So if you I would encourage you to remove it so you can get pushed out some more and get more visibility. I guess I'm having a real hard time with my niche. Are you, Princella? How are you, friend? Thank you so much for being here. What's the problem? Let me know what you meant by that. You said, yes, be careful. Be careful. Yeah. Kimmy, you've had some experiences. Are you talking about from the grow rooms? Let me know if that's what you meant, friend. And people who you're trying to talk to a different audience. So you can't, so you mean I have to search only the niche that I'm in and to attract traffic to my live. That's a strategy. That's a strategy amongst a few other things you want to do. You want to engage with that type of content. You want to go to those lives. You want to be intentional about your search feature can help inform um, your topic, but also is what other people are searching too. So you want to make sure you're starting to engage in that type of content and like I said, go into those lives as well. So yes, that's helpful. Glad to be here. Thank you, Coach Kimmy. You're talking to Coach. Sadly, yes, I was overwhelmed afterwards. Yes. It works, but several people I realize has fake pages. Yes. Yeah, when you go there, I tell people when you lay down with dogs, you wake up with fleas. You wake up with a lot of them. You wake up with those banned accounts. You gotta make sure you remove those banned accounts because TikTok is banning them left and right. Chat later. Thank you so much, Miss Darlene. I appreciate your friend. So yeah, be intentional about what you're doing. Absolutely. Absolutely. And so, with your TikTok live though, you you want to be mindful of hitting different milestones, but making sure you're doing it in a way that is not going to totally impact how what type of people are coming to your room. You want to know who your audience is. So if you can hone in on who's your target audience and what exactly they want to see, that's important. That's going to help you. They force Bitcoins and stocks and they push you to go their Telegram. Yes, yeah. And so I have imposters. So if anybody does that and it's my name, that is not me, y'all. That is not me. I don't do that. So I had to start blocking them right away. Yes. So definitely block them if you need to. But be careful about that because you will get those impersonator accounts come in and try to be in the inbox too for some of your favorite creators. And you can create a nickname. I showed this the other day. I don't know how many people were here for that, but to um if you go to a person's profile page, and so this is my live stream. If I click the little person here, or if I click the arrow, you can see where it says custom name. And I can put a new name. I can say Doc Lisa Page. And so I put that there for the name. You can save that, and that becomes my new page. Okay. So if you're worried about if you're following the right person, if you're engaging in their content is really them, you can change their name. All right. So customize the name. I say to do that because you don't want to be in a situation where you are thinking you're talking to someone and it's not them. All right. And so to change it back, you can go back to the two people or you can click the arrow and it'll say edit name. And all I can do, I can delete it from what I had and it goes back to the original. Okay. So keep that in mind, you all. That's a good feature if you are trying to figure out who you're talking to and if it's the right person. But yeah, back to the algorithm conversation real quick. Um, change your algorithm, go into your settings on your profile. If you click Hey, nurse, if you click your profile, there's three lines in the top right corner. You said, great tip. Thank you so much, Colleen. Um, there's three lines in the top right corner. Click that, and it will allow you to scroll all the way down to settings and privacy. Under settings and privacy, at the top part of it, it says content preferences. So that's another way to kind of help the algorithm know who you are and what you got going on. I went to Grow Rooms to get 1,000 so I can have a link in the bio. I was new. Yes. Yes. So thank you so much, friend Angela. I appreciate the compliment. Thank you, friends. Yeah, you said you did the same. So again, you go there for a reason, not a season. Make sure those names are those accounts are not banned either. So you want to be careful with that. Do you know how to check for banned accounts? Thank you all. Sharing tips on TikTok algorithm, how to manage your board. Look at TikTok. Appreciate you all. Appreciate it. Hey, Coach Jesse, welcome to the room. Others being here. Thank you so much for grabbing your daily heart me's. Appreciate everybody. Um, no, they are good grow rooms in US. How do you check the banned accounts? Yes, let me show you how to check the banned accounts. Okay, so perfect. Thank you so much, friends. So when you are but I heard you say maybe the link should be removed, limiting us. Yeah, it actually is suppressing your views. So if you want to get to the point where you get more visibility, get pushed out, you want to be intentional about removing it. Hey friend, happy terrific Tuesday. Welcome to the room. Um, so let's see. You said they bring scammers. Yeah, they do. They do. You got to be careful. Okay. So if you are let me go to my shop page. I haven't checked that in a minute. I'll check my main account. I checked that yesterday, I believe. So when you are on your profile, If you click the number of people, your number of followings, I'm gonna click the following. There's a search bar. Under that search bar, you wanna put the word user, USER. The reason you're putting user is because TikTok, when they banned your account, they take away your photo, take away your name, and then you'll see account banned. Okay? Photo, user with all the numbers. And so when they do that, how do you clear out those accounts? When they do that, you're gonna either you can click the arrow here, it'll show remove the account, um, remove this follower. See that? And you can remove them that way, or you can come back here, and if you mark them back red again, just touch the word follow, it shows you, "Oh, this account is banned." So once you click it, TikTok takes it away. So that's good. I didn't know that message popped up. Thank you. That's good to know. Yes. Hey, Doc. How you doing, friend? Welcome to the room. So you want to remove those accounts. You want to be intentional about doing that. I'll keep the other one because I'll use it as an example later. Thank you. This is great to know. Yep. Yep. Definitely. So go in and do that because when you go to those brawl rooms, I just told y'all wake up with fleas. These are your fleas. All right. These are your fleas. You got to remove them. All right. So I don't want y'all to say like, "Doc, I didn't know. I couldn't get into TikTok shop. I don't understand, blah, blah, blah." You picked up some fleas. All right? Because TikTok sees that as fake engagement. You said fleas. I actually started going through them today and started deleting and blocking. There we go. You have to get rid of the fleas. And so when you go to those rooms, be careful. I said you go there for a reason, not a season. But just know you will be picking up some stuff. All right. Thank you for giving me the information. You're welcome. You will be picking up some stuff. So be mindful of that. I don't want you guys to go back and say, I had no clue. Now you know. Imagine they restricted. Oh, look at you with the galaxy friend. Thank you for support, and I appreciate that, Coach Jesse. Thank you so much. You said, imagine they restricted my lives. So fake. Imagine they restricted my life. So fake. What you mean, friend? Let me know, friend. In terms of the banned accounts, let me know what you meant. Ones where they have no videos posted and have to yes. Yeah, that's how my imposters are. They take my content actually too. So yeah, it's real bad. Can you show how you know that they were removed? When you go back, it took your number away. So if I click if I click this again, I go back and I type in user again, it's only going to show the one. Remember it was two. It's only showing one because it's gone. Okay. Thank you so much, Coach Jesse. Appreciate you being here. Coach Jesse, let me just do a quick blurb for her. She is doing the creator comedy vertical where TikTok is creating this new program, this new initiative. It's a campaign technically, in which they are trying to get more comedians on the app and support them in terms of their growth. They'll get a coach, they'll get additional training, they'll get a trip to headquarters even if they make it in. So she's in the first phase of that process where she has to do so many hours, 120 hours on the app for the month of April. So it's throughout the month, not just one day, but throughout the month. And then as well as she has to get more engagement in her live stream so that she can get diamonds. You guys are going to ask me what are diamonds, but diamonds is as a live host, you are collecting diamonds so that you can in turn um, monetize. So it's part of your monetization strategy. And so TikTok told her she has 200K diamonds to get in the month of April. So she's doing a couple initiatives to support other creators, but also help with meeting her goals. She's doing a box battle. So if you want to participate in a box battle, you can participate in her box battle. It is on Friday, this Friday coming up. So you want to go to her page, Coach Jesse. I'm gonna put this in. I'm gonna pin your comment. But if you want to put your next live time in the chat so people can see it, and I'll pin that as well. But if you want to go to her page, she does have a post about it, how you can follow her and connect. And join her box battle if you want to participate. And so, really quickly, a box battle is a way for you as a viewer slash guest, because you're going to be in the panel boxes. Once you become in the panel boxes, you can monetize. People can send you gifts, and then you can get support from your viewers, from your community, from other viewers. That is, in terms of getting monetizing. I think her box battle is a talent show focus. So you will, if you have a talent, if you have something you want to do or showcase, you can get her boxes. So she is doing that on Friday. Yes. He said, I'll be in the thick of it. I heard that, friend. Let me know if there's any questions about that. I'm happy to answer questions. Um, as you guys are learning about all these different ways to engage. And if you want to do this for your live stream, you can do it as well. TikTok just gave me a puzzle. TikTok, be nice. Um, so, is it Hazio Linens? Let me know if I said that right. Has restriction because of my mono monetary and logging in and out of my live. Overdid it. Huh. Oh, I don't know what happened. Look at you, level 20 in the room. Appreciate that. I hadn't seen that one. What was that? That was a beating heart. I had never seen that one. Thank you so much for that. That was cute. I was like, what's the flames? And then I saw the flaming heart. That was cute, friend. Thank you, friend. Sunday self-care. Welcome to the room. Let's see. Hey Doc, hey Mr. Wealth, quick question. Can a banned account with no right for appeal be restored over time? Um, Agencies can advocate for you if your account is banned. If there's some issues going on, they can try to advocate for you, but it just depends. Well, I mean, once you get to the point where you're banned, it is a little bit of a challenge to get it restored. It is challenging. There's no guarantee, but if you're with an agency, they can advocate for you. Hey, how you doing? It's me live. Welcome to the room. Halleck, you back up. Thank you so much for supporting. Um, so yeah, I would say that I am a creator network agency. You want to make sure you're with an agency before you get banned. That's the problem. So once you're banned and you try to pick somebody up, you actually won't be able to do it. Today I will be doing live voice chat. Okay. 12 noon and at 6 p.m. Central for both of them. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. Let's see. Sunday self care. Good morning. Welcome to the room. Gamers and games. TikTok just sent me a push notification that they want me to push live. I am supposed to be. I am supposed to use a particular what hashtag or something. That's probably what it is. Yeah, the gamer live studio maybe. Thank you so much, RJ. Appreciate the support. Hashtag, yeah. So yeah, when you go live, they want you to post content probably about it and use that hashtag. YouTube bans you for a year, then maybe gives you a second chance. Okay, okay. That's good to know. I'm on the YT as well. Thank you so much, everybody. Let me catch up on a few other comments. Let me catch up on. He said, I'm also doing a free comedy show on Saturday at 6 to 8 p.m. Central. And so Coach Jesse is also doing that. So thank you, Coach Jesse. I'll pin that for you. Others who are in the room, if you want to post when you're going live, your time, your topic, and time zone, put that in there as well. You know, you see the way Coach Jesse did. She said free comedy show on Saturday, 5 and 6 p.m. Central. So we know when she's doing it. So put that in there, friends, so we can see your schedule as well. Do you suggest scheduling lives ahead of time? Absolutely. All the time. Selena, yes, yes. Let me know if you don't know how to do it. Hey, Flourish, how are you, friend? Where will you be talking about agency again? When will you be talking about agency again? Annie, thank you so much for being here. I'll talk about it now. If you need I'm actually gonna go live on my agency page. I'm gonna try to go live today. I've been trying to be a little bit more committed to showing up in that space as well. So I'll see if I can do it during the 3 o'clock hour and I'll talk a little bit there and then I'll come here for about an hour. So I'm trying to balance my time because 3 lives with my 2 over here and 1 over there is a lot. But I'm gonna try to do it because I can recruit a little bit better because it focused my topic, but also the link to the agency is actually in the live stream. So I'm able to tell people to click that. OMG, Doc, I literally had a bunch of band accounts following me. Thank you for showing me that. You're welcome. Doc, do you have any information on TikTok Go agencies? I haven't seen agencies for TikTok Go. You have? I have not heard of that feature. No, I haven't heard of that. Tell me more. Is that something you're hearing now that they're doing? That's interesting. Thanks for coming in and informing me of the victory. You're welcome. You're welcome, friend. Congratulations. Flourish, Mrs. Treetop, and Lisa Lives were the top winners for the last month, March's campaign for the 200 to 500K milestone. Okay. And then Black Lotus and Jennifer were the tops for the 100K campaign. So they hit it and it exceeded it. So yeah, so very proud of you all. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. You said I've been approached. It seems similar to TikTok shop agencies. I wonder if it is a TikTok shop agency. Yeah, I wonder if it is. It could very well be. And they just said TikTok go, but interesting. Trying to get 1K this week. Okay, curator mom, welcome to the room. Congrats. Yes, how like you could, I guess congrats. Oh, you're saying congrats to Flores. Flores, congrats. Yes, definitely. Congratulations to you. How like you? I guess I'm confused. You've been approached. So message me, friend. I haven't seen that. I don't know. I don't know about an agency for TikTok Go. Huh. I would think those people are like in the travel niche. That would make sense. And they're learning how to leverage Go. It would make sense that they would do something though. Yeah. Thanks. I wasn't paying attention, so I was shocked. Yeah, Fred, you won. You were in the top 3. It's not about paying attention. Pay attention. Good morning, friends coming in. I'm just doing my planning things. Yeah, y'all pay attention. Y'all got some people who are doing their thing in these campaigns. I want you guys to do well as well. I'll send info on yes, it's travel content, hotel, restaurant bookings. Yep. Yeah. So I mean, if you're in that niche, that makes sense. I posted stuff from my vacation and got into TikTok Go. So they send me stuff all the time for TikTok Go. I haven't had anyone approach me though. Haven't had any agencies approach, but I don't post that type of content all the time. So doesn't make sense for me to even really engage in it like that. I really should have done it on my shop page. Maybe that would have been a better place to put it. Maybe I'll post some content over there for my shop page just so I can get it. Do you think TikTok shop actually works? Curated mom, do I think TikTok shop actually works? You're saying for the affiliate side? Let me know if that's what you're asking. The shop side, the seller side, I don't do seller. I don't know as much about the seller experience. Um, Here's what I will say. Okay, Colleen, what does TikTok go? I'll tell you that in a second too for affiliate. So here's what I will say. TikTok shop actually does work for the affiliate side. You can monetize. I think it's all about your strategy. I will say that. So you got to make sure you're thinking strategically about your products. How do you talk about them? How does it align? Specifically if you're a live host. So I talk about things that I bring to this table. Thank you very much, Coach Jesse. I bring to this table in terms of helping people with their products that they may need for their live stream. So my microphone here, this microphone is not actually the microphone that is linked to my TikTok right here. It's actually linked to my YouTube. So I have it on my tablet. So you guys, there's a little bit of smoke and mirrors, but it is a great mic. It's wireless. It has no wires, and it's actually a little receiver that you just plug into your where you would charge your phone into that little port there, and then it links to your phone or your tablet. So that's what I'm using this mic for. I love it. What is it? The Mahono. Um, and Halleck's talking. I saw it on her page, and that's what I got it from her shop. So you'll see people like me buying because I see stuff y'all doing, and I'm like, oh, I want to do that. When I do my shop here, people love my lights. the clip-on lights, they love all the things I'm offering, and I'm able to share it in a very authentic way. And so I do get sales and commissions because people will pick up those products. Um, when it comes to the video content, it is very much about volume. Quality too, and picking the right products is a big factor, but volume. So you really want to have enough volume out there, and really people who do well, they understand the game, and they're posting maybe 10, 15, 20 videos a day when it comes to different products, a few different products, and you're putting a lot of volume out there. And that is part of your process. And with that, it helps to get visibility and discoverability, especially if you're you know, being intentional about what you're saying in your page, your text on screen, your hashtags, all of that matters. So yeah. And then the other trick is that you're supposed to send the ad code to the seller, and they potentially could put some ad revenue behind your video content, and then that helps boost the video even more. And so just know a lot of that is part of it, but it's a strategy. That's why I say you got to have a strategy. Yes, so it's not too saturated TikTok shop affiliate. No, not really. No, there's products coming online all the time. Yeah. I'm a comic book creator. If I want to start selling my own merchandise, should I start a second account? Yeah, you want a seller account. Yeah, you wanna start a seller account if you don't wanna make your current account seller page. But yeah, I would. Um, how do you get flash sales? Flash sales are promoted by the seller. So when it comes to your seller, you really should be communicating with them. You can ask them if they will support a flash sale for your live stream. Yeah. You can absolutely ask them. So you inbox and communicate with them. Some of them will do it. Some of the big ones not so much, but some of the big ones are doing flash sales all the time, so it really doesn't matter. Smaller ones, maybe not as much. Sometimes the seller will have a schedule of when they're doing their different promotions and sales. And so you have to think about the time of year. So springtime. Spring is gonna think about spring outdoor products and stuff. Patio furniture, thinking about gardening. That's a big one for spring. So think about what time of the year it is. TikTok Shop has also different promotions and sales that they're doing, different campaigns. And so Mother's Day is coming up. That's a new one. That's a big one that's coming up. So beauty, those type of products will go on sale. So if you're in those niche, those that niche, you'll see where maybe there is campaigns that you can leverage and products that you can leverage because of the time of year. And flash sales might happen more often. Pilot program I think is limited to 7 a week. Pilot program for shoppable videos. Yeah, so the pilot program, you do have limitations. So the whole volume thing does not necessarily gel with the pilot program. You're going to be limited. You have to have unlimited access. Yeah. So you got to get to the point where you're growing and you have unlimited access. Yeah. 5,000 followers gets you unlimited videos. That is what I want to do. Yep. Yep. So, but being intentional about how you set it up is going to be important. Um, you said that's been happening for me lately. What's that, Holly Cube? Tell me more, friend. I was told to not give out your ad code. Um, why not? No, that's a strategy. If somebody's telling you not to do it, thank you very much. Appreciate your friend. Yeah. If somebody's telling you not to share your ad code, you gotta authorize that seller to promote it. So you want to send it to the seller. You might not want to do an anchor authorization. The anchor one says that they can take your video and post it on their page and do whatever they want to it. But if you send them an ad code, they can promote that video and put ad dollars to it. There's two different features. So maybe you're thinking about the anchor one. Hey, Mrs. West, how are you, friend? I'm working for me, but now I think my message is diluted. It works for me, but now I think my message is diluted. Oh, what's that, Selena? Good morning. Good morning. Hi, what's the difference between a restriction or violation doing a live, and how do you get rid of it? You got to appeal both, whichever one you got. Give me 1 second. I will explain the difference. I just want to close up this TikTok go and shop conversation. I'm going live daily for my travel biz 2 times daily. Should I go live more? Yes, live daily. 2 times a day. Oh, every day. Okay, no, that's good. Twice a day, daily, yeah, you're good. Are you going for at least an hour? Try to get up to 2 hours per live? That would be ideal. Well, going live to help build followers. Yes, going live does help build your followers, exactly. Hold on one second, let me catch up on some comments. I went too fast. Do a person have to buy all the products to show? Nope. You can get you can get samples. Some sellers still give out some samples. You can go around your house. It might be products that you've already purchased from other platforms, but it's on TikTok, and you can promote those and add them to your shop. So you can absolutely do that. Good morning, Mrs. Treetop. You can also do what's called a refundable sample. If you get a product and based on the seller's criteria, you can get a refund that way as well on that product after so many sales. Um, you said, "Hey, is Dello?" Yes and no. I don't know what that means. You gave excellent tips. That's why I like your live. Oh, thank you so much, friend. I appreciate it. Exactly. Well, going live help build followings. Absolutely. Tipping is clapping. Tapping is clapping. Thank you so much, RJ. You're so sweet. Yeah, we're gonna like the live. If you don't mind liking it and sharing it out, you should send ad code for sure. Yeah, ad code. You definitely want to. Demetria, look at you, friend. Demetria, did you get my message? I sent it on the agency page. You were invited into the agency. Thank you so much, friends. Appreciate the populars. Appreciate all the support. Thank you. You said I signed up. Okay, perfect. I'm gonna accept in a little bit. Give me a second. I'll accept. Let me just catch up on some messages. I got to answer a couple other questions. I've had brands asking for my ad authorization codes. Now I send it in advance immediately after. Yeah, yeah, I mean, that's actually a best practice. Send it to them in advance when you do a product video for them. Send them your ad code and the video. You can send it in the inbox on TikTok, or you can email them. So yes, definitely get in the habit of sending it. Now the anchor authentication authorization. The anchor one is something that maybe you might want to pause on. That's probably the one you were thinking of, sweetie pie, because then that gives them ability to post anywhere. Thank you so much, friend. They can post your video anywhere. So you don't want to necessarily do that unless they strike a deal with you. We have a conversation about what we doing here. So thank you so much. How you doing? Happy. We hit 100K likes. Thank you all for supporting. I appreciate that. How do you add the title of your lives? That's a board, grandpa. That's a board. We talked about boards a little while ago. If you want to wait a little longer, I'll recap it. Um, I plan to go live for the first time this week. Is there a guide on the best time to go live? I tell people all the time, go live when you can commit to showing up. After you do 7 lives, TikTok will look at your views and kind of give you some analytics that speak to your viewers, not your followers, your viewers. Your viewers that came in, what time are they on the app, that type of stuff. So you want to be mindful of find a time first that you can commit to, and then maybe look at the data and see if it tells you otherwise. But ultimately, it starts with you. So even if it tells you 10 o'clock at night is the best time to go, and you're not a night person, you're gonna have to pick a different time. So it would be important for you to start with you. Hey, Regina, thank you so much. Teamwork, I appreciate you all. Thank you so much. Good morning, Kim Love Jones. How you doing, friend? Are the messages asking a person to be an ambassador legit? For a product, for a product, I guess. For TikTok Shop, they might be. I mean, you can decide if you want to. I really lean on the ones that come from within the app, not in the inbox, but there's an area for sellers to communicate with you. And if they're messaging you in that TikTok Shop area, then I usually kind of rely on those a little bit more than trust those more than just my inbox or my page or my post content. So, where do you say you can find that information? What information, friend? OMG, there's data I need to analyze. Where do I find that? The data for your live stream, the at the end of the live, once you win the live, they give you a congratulations page. If you go to the live center, you can see where it says live analytics. and you click the arrow and it breaks down your live analytics. Um, Give me 1 second, I'll show it to you guys quickly, but, let me finish up this shop conversation. But, yeah, so your analytics you wanna look at. If you're in agency, Demetria, in school, I have a video where I break it down for you all. Mine says go live 11 p.m. It's 11 p.m. at 6:30 somewhere, but not with me, I heard that. Yeah, but not with me, I heard that, friend. Did you get the flash go? I did, Kim. Thank you so much for asking, I appreciate it. Um, I heard that, friend, yeah. So that's why I said you gotta start with you. If you listen to the data is helpful, don't get me wrong, but again, it's talking about your viewers, and your viewers change all the time. You'll get some people who come in and stick with you and stay with you, but though there's a lot of people just swiping in, just it's just a rotating door. And so for that reason, I'm like, thanks TikTok, but I don't know. And I know I won't be able to stay late long. I just can't. And so just recognizing that what are you capable, able to do is gonna matter. And so shifting your time a little bit, maybe making some decisions that fit for you, that work for you is gonna be important. Okay, really quickly. TikTok Go. TikTok Go is a feature where essentially hotels, restaurants, attractions, excursions, those type of things, tourist activities and stuff, you can go into the app. If you get invited into the program, you can go into the app and then essentially post content, your content that you're promoting one of those locations. So, for example, yesterday, I could have probably checked to see if TikTok Go was in there. I don't know. We went to the movies for my son and we did the 4D movie theater experience and all this other stuff. And so I didn't do much video content. I could have. I should have done some B-roll, him walking into the movie theater, him, being all excited. It was his birthday. And so I could have did a video and just kind of raved about, Regal the Regal Theater and going here and what great fun we had, the 4D experience he had, blah blah blah. And I could have tagged that location in the video because 'cause I'm in TikTok Go, and then I could have gone in and, made sure that I did a review for that particular location, and it would have counted towards my TikTok Go experiences. I think the reverse I needed to do, I would have needed to start in TikTok Go and then go ahead and add that video. So it's a multiple steps. But my point is you get credit for that if people click and click your link, make reservations, do all the things. Okay. And so to get the program, let me just say how to get it because I actually just unlocked it a few weeks ago. So, late March, I unlocked it. And so thank you so much. Appreciate you, friend. Appreciate you. Thank you for what was that gift called? Oh, the love glasses. Appreciate your friend. Thank you so much. Good morning, Marie. So I unlocked it. Here's how I did it real quick. I did my vacation in um and I posted content about it. I did 7 videos, and not each of the videos, like 4 of the videos, I actually tagged either a restaurant. It was one video that was all about this restaurant that we went to. It was in South Africa, so we went to this restaurant in Cape Town. And so I talked about this experience and I did a review for it. We also went to a couple other attractions there. And because I was doing these reviews after the video, because TikTok will show, do you want to do a review for that? It'll show up on that post for you. And I clicked the area to do the review and I did the review. And actually the review messaging, it was super easy because it pulled up what I wrote in the post. So it pulled up my post content. And so it pulled that up and put that in a review for me. And I just made a few little edits to it to make it more review sounding. And then I added a couple videos, I'm sorry, pictures and videos from my camera roll that I talked about the place anyway, and hit submit. And it was simple as that. And so I did that for I think it was like 4 of the 7 videos had that review option that popped up for me. And I did that before the week was out. It was like, "Hey, you've gotten TikTok Go." And I got invited. So just a real quick pro tip on how to get it. But essentially, if you do content like that and you tag a location, not a city or state, but like a physical restaurant location or search in the location area. And then they ask you to do the review for it, do the review. And then, like I said, before you know, you'll get invited into the program. Thank you for the roses. And then what Holly was asking is that apparently they're now offering agency support for people to do TikTok Go. So I'm not familiar with that program, but they're asking for. You said, "Oh, nice, yeah, I got tagged for reviews." Yep. So start doing them. If you do them, you could unlock that feature. Now, again, TikTok Go is hard to navigate though, because I see some people having success with it. People click their video and they're like, "Oh, wow, I'm gonna click and go there," and they may book even through that video. But I think that's where the monetization comes from, where people actually book through your video that you posted. Hey, Tony, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for that daily heartbeat. So keep that in mind. And so people can see your content and see those reviews and make a decision based off your content. But I think for you to monetize, you actually have to get people to click your links. All right. Um, Hello, friend. Hey, Lala. How are you, friend? Others come in the room. Harris, how are you as well? Welcome to the room. Thank you all for engaging. If you guys don't mind liking the live. So what was I supposed to talk about? There was a couple other questions on the table. Put it in the chat if I missed your question and you want me to circle back. So I wanted to make sure I said the TikTok Go and the shop conversation. And we were gonna go where? Where were we going next for topics? And let me say this, I probably will stay on restrictions and fees. Gotcha. There we go. That was it. I remember saying that. Okay. So restrictions. Wow, thanks for going over that. I have a lot of content where I visit different locations. There we go. Yep. TikTok shop next. What you need for TikTok shop, Tony? Tony, I may ask you to come back at 4 so I can do like a real rundown, but it depends on what you need if you have a quick question. Hey Zero, how you doing, friend? Okay, restriction. Here's the deal. A restriction is a restriction is where TikTok gives you a timeout. Think of it that way. So your visibility is restricted to the For You feed. So people in your room, they may stay. TikTok will start dropping people out of your room too. So you're being restricted from being on the For You feed because it's something you said or did in your live stream. So be careful in that way. Just got a notification to go live in the desert. Oh, interesting. Thank you so much. Hey, beekeeper, welcome. I'm more interested in digital marketing. Should I be listening more to your agency live? Um, Annie, stay with me. Whatever your live topic is, your live topic. Thank you so much. Stay with me. I'll go over to the agency next. So restrictions. So you're restricted from the visibility being seen on the For You feed. Your visibility is restricted. Now, when it comes to a quick analogy I give is that when you're in high school, you have to go to detention, you sit out. It is for that live, just like that's for that day. You have to go to the detention room. Well, TikTok is putting you on ice. So you cannot go and be seen on the For You feed and your visibility is restricted. So because of whatever happened or said or done that was done in your live stream. And so because of that, you you can appeal it. I tell people all the time the message will pop up, click appeal. Sometimes they give you the option to see if you can appeal based on right then and there. Otherwise, they may give you review it after the fact. I've gotten this restriction the last couple days. It didn't happen, um, hasn't happened today, knock on wood. It happened in my live on Saturday and it happened yesterday where it was talking about integrity. Now, the only thing I can say is that I showed my phone and I showed some features, and I think TikTok was acting funny about that. That's my suspicion. Not sure. I haven't gotten that verified yet, but you never know what you're saying and doing. So be careful if you have if you're pushing people off the platform, that's a restriction you can get where it says redirecting. You got to be careful about that. So there's some things you got to be mindful of. Suspension for gifting can happen if people I think if you're making it sound like you are manipulating or you're wanting people to do something, TikTok says no, they don't have to. And so just be careful about how you say things too. Is it 90 days for visibility restriction? Um 90 days for visibility restriction. N n If you appeal it, you're fine. If it's not accepted, that restriction will stay as part of your history for that live stream for 90 days. I think that's what you're asking. It's your history, but that happens that restriction was specific to that particular live stream. So, that's what it was for that live. So, it was restricting that particular live stream's visibility. So, it's not going to continue to happen for 90 days. Does that make sense? Okay, but in your history, you'll see it for the next 90 days. You'll see it for 90 days. Um, so you can go back and look at your history and say, "Oh, that's a restriction I got 30 days ago," but it's not impacting that current live anymore. My appeal was denied. I took the training and reposted without the terminology. Oh, you're talking about a TikTok shop restriction. Yeah, so that you can do. So I think that's what you're referring to. You're thinking TikTok Shop. TikTok Shop does have its own set of restrictions, so you got to be careful about what you say and do, especially if you have your shopping cart on or if you're doing shoppable videos. So you got to be careful in that way. Violation is actually a suspension. So again, my high school analogy, when you get suspended from high school, you got to sit out for a couple days. You can't come in the building. Okay. So you got to sit out. And that's what's happening here. TikTok will make you sit out 3, 5, 7 days. Heard somebody even say 12 days. I'm not sure if that's true, but you get suspended. And so your live stream is not available. Um, you definitely can't come up as a guest either. You can't do a live yourself. I was gonna pause and say, I don't even know if you can do if you can view lives, but I think you can. I think you can come in and be a viewer, but you can't do any of the other engagement pieces of it. You said it was a regular post, not TikTok shop. So you got a restriction on that video. Yeah, so you had to edit it. So you can do an account check to go check your content. Me too. Regina, what's the me too for? What I say? It's great to know all these. Thanks for as much. You're welcome, friend. And so be careful about what you're saying and doing in your live stream. So restriction means that you're restricted for that live stream. You're in a timeout. So you can't be seen. Your your views will drop, all the things will happen. When it comes to evaluation, you are suspended. So you cannot go live. They will end the live. Okay. How do you do a check, an account check? You're gonna go to your TikTok, your profile on your page. You should see TikTok Studio. Click that. It'll show you where you can go to the post side or the live side. Post side, scroll down all the way down because we're talking about the content, what you're posting. All the way down, you'll see a section that says tools. You'll see an account check there. So check your account. Live side, let me show this. I'm gonna show it real quick. Live side, this is for you, Demetria. Did you because I remember you asking about the analytics. That was the other thing I was supposed to talk about. And so that's it for restrictions. Do an appeal. Always appeal. Don't not appeal. Okay. Always appeal. And then what I typically tell people, click the first option, say, I don't know why I got this. Even if you kind of know. You say, I don't know why I got this. Why I get this? And so sometimes they give you grace in terms of understanding, like, hey, it was an accident. We don't know. And you can get it approved. So ideally put that. How do you know what to say or not to say? TikTok actually does have community guidelines. You should be reviewing the community guidelines. And then there's Live Academy in terms of some training and resources there for you to look at. I'll show a couple things, y'all. So if you go on your profile page, I'm going to show things really quickly because I'm a little leery about how TikTok has been acting lately. I post 2 videos back in February that was ineligible for FYP. My appeal was denied. Yeah, I would make those videos private or delete them if that's the case. If they're not letting you edit them or change them, I don't think you can edit them anymore. Is it in the fine print? What's in the fine print? I don't know what you meant by that. What's in the fine print? Harris, what fine print? So TikTok Studio on your profile page. You see post, you see live. Here's post, TikTok Studio, post live. All the rules. No, there's a community guidelines for you to look at. I had a restriction last night, but there was no place to appeal. And what they claim, I did not see it. Um, when you got off that live, let me show you under your rules and guidelines, if you have a restriction, it should be an area where you can submit feedback. And that's what you would click, submit feedback. So, live. This is for you, Dimitri. Are you in the room? Let me know if you're here, friend. And then was somebody else who asked about analytics. Was that you, Harris? Dimitri, I see you, friend. So you're here. So when you click TikTok Studio Live, you see live analytics. Click that little arrow, and now you're under your analytics. And so the live stream itself has analytics, each live that you do. Um, there's some overall information here. If you look a little further, because I don't go live on here, it doesn't have the information that you would normally see. But you can see information and it'll say view more. It'll give you a breakdown of some demographics information. And in here, sometimes it'll show your viewers and what time they go live or their time they're on the app. There's like a chart and stuff, similar how you have a bar chart here. You'll see that. So start reviewing your data. I'm doing this quickly because I don't want TikTok to be upset with me about showing too much information. But ultimately, you want to look at your analytics um, and kind of know what you could be doing differently. I talk about this in my agency in a way that I want you guys to be intentional about improving. I tell people all the time, what gets measured gets done. What are you paying attention to? What are you focused on? You said it's a secret. What are you doing in terms of trying to grow intentionally? And so if you are being intentional, um, you can essentially start focusing on data. So, for example, if you're trying to get, more shares, and you're like, okay, I never talk about sharing my live. Maybe I should start telling people to share my live who are currently in my room. And then maybe I want to get my shares up to 200. I'm going to be intentional about talking about, hey guys, let's stop and share the live. If you guys want to stop and share a live, you can actually. If you want to click the arrow, share the live. That's where the arrow is. And so that helps. And so as you're doing your live stream, you want to now have an intentional way that you're looking at what's working, what's not working, what are you saying, what you're not saying, how are you getting people to engage in your live. We talk about this all the time. This ain't TV. We have a sticker for that, but it really isn't TV. And so when everything's said and done, you as viewers and me as a live host, we're working together. We're a team. TikTok used to have that as the fan club name, team. But at the end of the day, we're working together. So I'm here to educate, entertain, and inspire you. And then I need to also say how I want you guys, how I need support from you all, and how I want you guys to support the live stream. And then you guys are taking all this good information in. You should want to support the live stream so that again, you're growing, you're getting visibility because you're becoming a top viewer. Other people are wanting to learn from you or come to your live stream. You're engaging and connecting with other people in the room. So this is like a hopefully an engaging experience for you that you can take to your live stream and you say different things that your viewers should do to support as well. But you got to pay attention to what's working and what's not working. Hey, how you doing, Diana? My content is mostly educational. Since TikTok does not accept links in bio, how do I monetize? Um, you're gonna use Service Plus? Is that what you mean? Like in terms of how do you get people to get to your other services? You will use Service Plus to do it. Thank you so much, everybody. Thank you for sharing. My flash first live, I had 5 total views. That's not bad. You want to continue to grow. You got to continue to show up. TikTok does not push you out in the beginning. As soon as I say be intentional, people know I'm in your agency. Do they really? He said, as soon as I say, oh, that's that Dr. Lisa language. Thank you so much for answering my question. You're welcome, friend. Um, you said yes. Okay, I'll look into Service Plus. Service Plus is it. I'll talk about Service Plus. I usually do. Let me talk about it at 4 because I'm gonna have to get off shortly. So I'll stay on. I'm gonna get off maybe in the next 20 minutes. It'll put me right at 2 hours. But I do have a couple meetings to get to. So I gotta be ready and intentional with getting to my meeting on time. You said so if you want to share ESTY, ETSY, my bad. Say click my service to DM me. Um, you're gonna communicate in the inbox, but yes, yeah, yeah. So it would not be in your bio. About to book a call with you, but first, do you help coaches with their own service and digital products? I actually do. I do coaching. I coach. I have a coaching package, packages, 4 week and 8 week, and I do one-on-one consultations. But the coaching is probably ideal for digital products and helping you understand, first of all, how to if you need help setting it up. Thank you very much, Marie. If you need support setting it up and understanding how to create a digital product and making sure you have the right platform for you, whether it's Stand, Beacon, a website, whatever you're going to use, Shopify. And then also, what does it mean to start promoting it, using it both on in a digital marketplace like here, live streaming, email marketing, thinking about ways that you can go on other platforms and stuff and grow as well. So we talked through that. I coach you through the process. You do have homework. I don't do it for you. So this is your business. You're gonna have to grow your business, but I show you the way and I lead you in that process, through that process. All right. You're such a great teacher. Thank you so much. I take what I learned and apply it to my life. 4 weeks, 1,700. What? I love that. Sweetie Pie, you are doing your thing, friend. I love it. Thank you so much, friends. I appreciate that. Thank you for all the compliments. 200 minutes. Awesome. Karen, I appreciate it. I actually go by Alana. Thank you so much. Is it Elena? Okay, so my daughter is Alena. And I think the Elena is is it Alina for you? For some reason it confuses me because I think people say her name is my daughter's name is pronounced Alina, but I think that the E people are Alana. Is it Alana? Okay, it's Alana. So I always get confused by it. She's like, "Mommy, everybody calls me the E version." I was like, "What's the E version?" Long A in the middle. Gotcha. Alana. So yes, congratulations. Thank you. Amazing. Um, oh, thank you guys. You guys are so sweet. So let's see. That is what I'm interested in, your packages. Okay, perfect, perfect. Um, so here's how you get to my packages, everybody. So let me talk about that. I'm gonna talk about Service Plus really quickly because I'm gonna pin my Service Plus. If you guys want to DM me, you can DM me. I do one-on-one consultations. I also do coaching packages. I just made quite a small little tweak to my bio so that you guys can actually go to my bio. If you click the Service Plus symbol here, this yellow with the arrow, it is also where it gives you the option to request what you're looking for as well with me. And then I actually have it on my agency page. So Service Plus, you can do this pin card feature, but if you go to my agency page, and I'm gonna pin it there, pin it in the link here. How much is your coaching? Is it in your bio? It is on my page. So you can go over there and check. It is on my agency page. Let's come over here. I will show it to you guys. I'm not gonna say it in live because I want TikTok to get mad at me. So I'm very intentional about pricing because TikTok can be funny acting. I should start talking about stuff. But here, um, I'm going to pin this on this account. So remember, I told you my webpage is not on my primary live page. I don't have it over here. Have a great live. Thank you so much, friend. I don't have it over here. So I moved it over to my agency page, which is here, which is where you can also get information for the agency. I have a couple video posts where you can click those video points post and apply to the agency that way. You actually can go to my stand store. I'm a stand store user. So you can go to my stand store on this page. It's in the bio. And you can apply to the agency that way as well. The agency link is the first one you see, as well as a quick little snippet about the agency, as well as my consultations and my coaching. So all that is there. And so let me know if you have any questions. I do have a couple people who I've taken on for coaching. I realize what's going to end up happening, and we'll see how this evolves. Because if I take on too many people in the same month, I'm like trying to manage all my other projects. So And then I still have my agency people I need to support too. So it does take on a lot of time. And so I think I'm probably going to get to a point where I'm going to have to limit how many coaching people I take on. And that's just, it's one of those things where I think anybody who wants to do this well, you're going to have to think about your strategy and what works for you and all the things you have going on. And if you have enough hours in the day to do it. And so I'm probably going to have to cap it at maybe like 5 a month, maybe 10 at most, and so I'm just trying to think through like growth in the future. So if you are looking to do it, I would say do it now so I can kind of fit you in because I may not be able to do it in the future. I could do group coaching. Here's the problem. Everybody has so many different levels. I actually agree with coaching if you are similar in your process. Um Similar in where you're at because we have people who are like super new, trying to build their thing up, trying to get information, but the message is the same. Not always, because you have people who want to do advanced conversations. Think about our Zoom meetings. Just think about our Zoom meeting. Our Zoom meeting, when we meet on Saturdays, I mean, on Sundays, we have people who are like you, who are like light years ahead. I'm simple and new, who are light years ahead. And then we have people who are like, "Doc, um, I wait a minute, how do I go live? What is this on the screen? What's a board?" And so I just know, I just know when I do my one-on-one consultations, I'm literally starting from scratch with a lot of people. You said me? I'm trying to book with you, but I work corporate, so I can't do it before 2 p.m. Okay, it's okay. Yeah, message me. We can figure out a time that works. In the system, it should give you some availability though, so you should see what your options are. I went live for the first time this year yesterday. Look at you. Look at you. Um, you said I love that. Yeah. So no, Kim, I agree with your group coaching approach. I really do. If I can get people to a certain level, maybe that's what I'll offer. Um, because it is challenging to keep it individualized, but the group would be good. Maybe I have to think about that because I'm thinking about, yeah, I have a couple different ideas I have in my head. So I, yeah, maybe I will do that replay in schools. Yeah. Yeah. And actually that's what I'm thinking about too, and expanding the school platform for people who just want specialized support and not just agency people because not everybody again in the agency are at the same level. So I am thinking about that too, having tiers. School allows you to have tiers, and so I'm thinking I'll do a tier program too. So I have a couple different ideas, 10-minute videos. Yep. Yep. A webinar. I'm thinking about a webinar as well so that people can get next level support. But again, the room, just so that you guys know, as you start your live journey, I tell you guys all the time, know who your audience is. And so I attract beginners. Many of y'all in the rooms are still beginners through this process. Yes, I'm going to open a school. Yeah. I mean, seriously, that's a good strategy. And so because I attract beginners, I recognize you say great advice. I know that I'm really at a point of helping people in the early stages of this process. And so I do get people, especially in the agency, y'all been with me for a while, y'all have grown, y'all kind of see kind of other ways to do this. Kim, the conversation Kim's having, this is somebody who's been doing this for Kim, you hit a year now, haven't you? Yes, you did hit a year and you didn't celebrate it. She's hit a year in January. And so now she's like, okay, let me see my other ways of doing things. And so she's been doing this for over a year now. And so recognizing that, okay, now when you get to that point, you're like, okay, now I can see some other options for me. I can explore more. I can do more. And so that's where she's at. But she's been doing her business model for a while too. You said yes in March. Oh, okay. I thought you were January. Were you, I remember at one point your official date. What was the official date? And you didn't celebrate it on the official date. Teaching beginners is where it is at. It's a great niche. It is. It is. It is. I agree with that. Also, I am new to TikTok. Um, you said also I'm new to you ain't new to TikTok. March 26th. Kim, what? March 26th for real? Is that your that's your go live anniversary? I'm gonna look you up now. Let me check. You said that's your live anniversary. Let me see. I thought it was something else. I mean, I have been a coach for 15 years. Okay, coach for 15 years. Okay. Yeah, so she's not new to coaching. Yeah. Where did I go to like the live? Uh okay, yeah, January 28th was your official live anniversary. What's the March 26th? That's your 15-year anniversary for coaching? Okay. What do you mean? Where do you go to like the live? You mean like literally like the live? You just you touch it and you'll see those hearts pop up. Well, my hearts ain't popping. I see my dots, but I don't see hearts. Let me come out and come back in. It ain't doing my hearts. TikTok, what's going on? Got it. Okay. Yeah. It didn't do my hearts though. Hmm. Yeah, it's glitching. I don't know what's going on. Um, oh my, I comment. What's that, friend? Let's see. You said no phone. What you mean no phone? What you mean? You said, oh, show my phone. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, I've been minimizing how much I show my phone lately. I really have. Thank you. How you doing, Alana? um, with Kim was also saying she's been hearing about showing the phone. Well, TikTok has been real funny about showing your phone device, and maybe that's causing a restriction. I've gotten a restriction on and honestly, the only common denominator is that I had showed my phone to show two different features. TikTok features on uh, was what I was showing. It wasn't anything else, but it did pop up. And so I've been trying to minimize how much I show the phone because of it. So thank you very much, Kim. Appreciate you, friend. And so yeah, she's been saying that she's been hearing that more and more. Yesterday was my son's birthday. I'm gonna try to remember to send a message today on the listserv and just ask if anybody else has been having similar things with their creators, especially as an agency person. So, um, speaking of agency, really quickly, let me close out there because I do need to get off. Um, and anybody who's going live, put it in the chat. We'll talk about that. Did you post a policy about showing a did they post a policy about showing a mobile device? No. No, I don't, and that's what I need to ask the question. I haven't seen anything. I haven't got whim of anything that's been posted or been discussed. But like I said, Kim said she heard that it's an issue. But like I said, I haven't heard it officially. Um, Kim, did you see a post about it? Let me know. How do I buy coins on my backup account with the same credit card? You should be able to. I do it all the time. I only have one card I use. Yeah. I have it attached to my Apple Pay, the same credit card, and I just use it that way, but I do it in the phone all the time. Yeah. Yeah, it's just I just yeah, whenever I purchase through the website, Explain the Coin thing. You have to have coins in your account. If you click the gift box here in the corner, right corner, it either says that you have coins there or it says recharge. If you click that number or the word recharge, it takes you to a screen where you can add coins. I would tell you not to add them there. There's a little message right in the middle that says recharge on TikTok.com/coin for a 25% discount. Click that. It takes you to the website. And then you can recharge there. It already has you logged in and everything. And you can add coins on your account that way. So that's the way I would do it. You might see some gold coins if you swipe this area here. This is called the TikTok campaigns. If you swipe, you might see a gold coin type message where it says save with getting coins. That's another way to get to the website. But yeah, and what are coins for? Coins are for where you can send any gifting that you want to send. When you come into someone's live, hey, Urban Eye Candy, when you come into someone's live, you instantly see a message that says, um, it tells you how to, engage. It tells you to send a rose. It might say a heart puff. It may tell you to grab your daily heart me. And so what's happened is you probably haven't been paying attention to that message, and it's telling you to engage with the live stream. And so you're sending your appreciation, your gratitude. Roses is part of it. You're sharing your support for the live stream. And and so as a live host, you're going to ask your viewers to support your live, what with maybe the flash goal, or if you want them to grab your daily heart me, you have to have coins to do that. All right. So hey, how you doing, growing? How you doing, friend? I have to go now, but this has been a great session for me. God bless you. You good? Okay, thank you so much. Appreciate your friend. People are saying that they reduce your views because of your phone and they get restrictions. So you're saying that, so people are saying that that is word on the street. I I feel like that's what happened to me this past few days when it's happened. It doesn't happen all the time, but I was showing Scale Live rewards and I was showing the campaign section, and it happened in those 2 times I've shown that information. It happened. So, yeah. So be careful, you all. Um, how long did it take you to get to B5 level? Um, you know, I really started focusing on the leagues. I'll be honest with you, because I focus on new people and helping you go live. I really wasn't necessarily trying to grow fast. Um, I knew about leagues. I knew it was something I needed to hone in on, but I wasn't trying to do it in a way where it was accelerated fast, because people in my room, I just had to explain to someone about how to get coins on their account. So people in my room are still learning and growing. In preparation, you have no coins on this account. I'm assuming, because you don't have any blue boxes or badges and stuff. And so I spent a lot of time with my new friends in the room trying to understand the app. So I didn't try to grow fast. It really happened because of the agency. And so because I was really going out now more with my live stream and going live more, talking more, helping people, and then also going to other people's lives more that are in the agency in particular, it it accelerated. So as of August, I think August I went from probably level 22 to level 32. So 10 levels. I think that's more or less what happened. So I was already at 22. So I was kind of being intentional from a gifting level. I'm sorry, from a gifting level. So level 22 to 32 from a gifting level. Because of that, and I tell you guys all the time, your engagement level also impacts how people come back to your live and support your live stream. I think because of that, people were coming to my live stream more too, because I was going out more to support other people. And so I would say the same thing. My B level, I was in C, I think I was C2 for the longest. C2 for the longest, and then I went from I got all the way up to B3. I just went on a vacation in March and it dropped me down, and now I dropped down to B5. And so I've been B5, for the last what 3 weeks. And so but yeah, it took some time. So, thank you so much. I always learned something that thought the gift box was an actual gift choice. Oh, it is a gift choice, but it's also how you recharge too. Saving my heartbeat for later. Thank you so much, Kim. I appreciate you. Just did some research on the phone screen thing. What you find out, Orange Vigilant? Let me know what you found out. Yeah. What agency explained that? How many followers do you need to go live? At least 50 in a blue engagement box. If you are an engaged viewer, TikTok will give it to you sooner. TikTok needs to offer some kind of visual products that a person can use doing lives. Tell me more. What do you mean by that? Um, Not sure why this is so bad. I think it would be very helpful. Yes, gotta run. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Wait, is it better to utilize a laptop? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. You said, do your rewards go away when you forget to withdraw 'em? No, they should be there. Yeah, your rewards shouldn't go away. Um, can you use a pre-live checklist? A per live checklist. Can you use a per live checklist to talk about your live? I think so. What do you mean by that? I'm not sure what you meant by that, Harris. No, I'm sorry, Kimmy. Dimitri, you said soul contract, money, love, and ancestral clearing. As Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 5:30 p.m. Pacific time. Thank you so much, friend. So that is today. Awesome, awesome. You're doing that live stream. Um, so it can trigger several AI safeguards, traffic redirection, personal information display, as well as unoriginal content or showing other videos that are copyrighted. Interesting. So let me talk through that. So you think and more. Interesting. So you think when I show scale live rewards in campaigns, that's probably copyrighted content? Maybe. Maybe. I could see that if that's the case. Um, huh. I could see that. Um, AI doesn't know specifically. Interesting. Okay. Yeah. But it's turned up high. Yeah. It's definitely more prevalent. Yeah, we even in the agency, I've seen more people get restrictions lately. It's definitely amplified, and that's what gets their attention. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, definitely be careful then, you all. That's it. You said because that's how people get around the, app restrictions. Thank you very much, appreciate you. Tell me oh, no, wait, no, you're saying something else. You have someone, mess with AI sensitivity. You have someone mess with AI sensitivity. No orange vigilant. You're saying something else. You're saying by using a second device. Thank you so much. No, what are you saying, friend? Let me no wait a minute. Let me make sure I understood that last comment. Because some people are around because that's how people get around app restrictions by using a second device. How? What are you saying? Let me know if you want to come up because I want to make sure I understand what did I just hear? What I just processed. Um, hey friend.
Okay, so what I was reading was by let's say you're streaming and you wanted to show something on your phone and you're doing this. Anything you put on it could be anything. It could be restricted video, it could be a copyright material, it could be someone's song, a video, it could be your own channel that's not on TikTok, but you're getting around typing it and saying in here, by saying here, QR code could be on there. That's what the AI is looking at because there's so many things that you can do that they can't detect in their system. But once you put it up, that AI goes, okay, what's on that screen? What are they using to do it? Plus, people can use it to do unoriginal content, like playing someone else's video in the sideline while they don't contribute anything by holding the device up and letting that play as their
Gotcha.
content. All
Okay.
of those things. So it's basically like so many triggers happening at once just by putting the phone up there and it trying to determine what thing you may be trying to do. And some people just are getting caught in the wash, essentially.
Gotcha. So what's the workaround? So you're saying they're restricting that more because they're now like, okay, we can't determine what was happening here. So you're
I don't
saying,
know what decision making process in terms of who gets flagged or not, but in terms of understanding what's happening, when you do that, you're opening yourself up to the detection, catching it. It could flag it just because the phone is there without being specific and saying, I see this QR code, therefore you're in violation. That's the problem with AI. AI
gotcha,
will just make a snap judgment and go, that's what it is, and you're just done. So that's what you have to be aware of. Either A, make sure there is no personal information on the screen, no QR codes, nothing that would indicate sending them to your other anything, because that's what they think people have been doing since they've been getting us to stop putting it in the interface of the app itself.
gotcha,
Because
gotcha.
even me, when I did my political stuff, I would say something and people might not believe me. So I would do a follow-up video. I'd find the video with the receipt and I'd play the video, the Trump or whoever's saying what they're saying and say, look, you don't believe me, here's this. This was last year. But now that could probably come up with, maybe that video was copyrighted by CNN or something to that effect. And that's what I think that's what I found so far. But I was just in one check in the last 5 minutes.
Oh, that was helpful. Thank you. No, that makes sense. That totally makes sense. It's pretty cool to see and hear the discussion. Yes. He doesn't go live often. So this is like the first. He's now in 2026, he's showing his face and showing himself.
Yeah, but see, here's what happened. I went live yesterday, and I said, in order to hold myself accountable for both, I said I'm gonna go live, film myself making my content for the day, and I did a video. I have a little thing saying recording. I can't do comments or whatever right now. And I did the whole video. I edited it. I uploaded it. Within 4 minutes, TikTok had taken down the video. So now I'm like going, "How are you restricting my video for violations? What did I do wrong?" And I'm trying to figure it out. I tried to do like an appeal or whatever, to see what the violation was. It said misinformation. I'm like, I said what happened. I put a picture up of the evidence of what happened. What part is misinformation? Now my mouth might have run a mile a minute and said some wild stuff. I don't know, but yeah, that was my.
It may be what we're talking about here though, with the whole showing another image.
No, my live didn't get restricted. My live continued. The video I posted when I went to go check the analytics as I was live.
But did you show an image in that video?
That I'm confused for a second. Let me see.
What did you show in that video?
No, I did not show. I did not show my screen while recording because I was looking at my phone. Like the way I'm talking on my phone right now, I was doing that, but I was using my PC to stream to TikTok. So my camera was showing me. You could only see the side or back of my phone, so you couldn't see my phone screen. So
Okay.
my live wasn't affected, and I have no restrictions on my account. But the video I posted was immediately pulled down, deleted from the TikTok.
Okay.
So I had
Okay.
to go in and try to fight to figure out why they deleted that particular post that I edited that I recorded while live.
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha.
And
All
I was
right.
like, damn it, I'm not in a network. So if I did get a restriction, I don't have anybody to like, advocate for my case. I said I need to figure out whether I
Well,
agree with it, disagree with it,
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, you're so the live stream, so the agency stuff is live stream focus. Content focus is different. So we
Oh,
don't
it
necessarily,
is.
yeah. I don't see content. I don't have anything to do with your content side. It's just your live stream. And then when it comes to restrictions, like I said earlier, restrictions is like a timeout. So that restriction is for that particular live. When you get a violation, that's when agencies can kind of
Yeah, and I
now
went
sit
back and I
in.
checked afterwards just to make sure, and there was no
Mhm.
violation. It was just like that video was a flag. We pulled it down, and so it didn't affect me yet. So, but I also said, you know what? Now that I'm pissed off, I'm gonna make a second follow up video right now just to see if I have any restrictions, and that one went through. So I'm like, okay, they didn't really take it out on me yet.
So it was something you said then that you for the other one.
For me, it's definitely probably something I said. I probably said some wild shit.
Yeah. You didn't say some stuff here in this talk conversation. I'm like, oh Lord, Lord, Lord.
When I said during that thing, because of the nature of the political commentary, I probably said a lot of things. So I know there's some phrases I might have put in there that might have been a little unfiltered. And I'm like, I'd have to go back if I have the a copy of it to like play it back to say, okay, yeah, I probably shouldn't have said that. Probably
Oh,
should because that's the second time I had to edit my own words because I'm like, okay, let me delete that section of the video because that's not going to fly, and let me even change the wording in the captions because the captions will just write down what you're saying. It's probably just as much of a violation. So let me edit that so those words aren't on the screen. So
right.
I had to take my licks and and learn and let me calm down a little bit, but it's not easy.
Okay.
So I just wanted to make sure that you had that information.
Well, thank you for coming up. I appreciate it. That was helpful. Now you probably saved me. I'm gonna go ask my question on the agency people. But now that I have this to process, whatever they say, I can pull it together.
In the future, if you have situations with research and required, you can ask me. I'll do the research because I know you got a lot of food on your plate. I
Oh, you're
like
so sweet.
and so
All
I have
right.
no problem
I
doing that. Okay.
I appreciate that. All right. Take care, friend.
All right, next
Bye bye.
I don't know how to get up.
I got you. So there is buttons as a live host. We can and you guys too. When you press somebody's name, the screen pops up and it says disconnect. When you press your name, it shows a little person in the corner, a little head. You can click that and come down that way. So that's what you would press. So no, that was helpful. Just so that you guys know, like I said, I didn't get a chance yesterday. Yesterday was my son's birthday to kind of go out and see um what exactly could be causing a problem. And to that point, all of these platforms, let me just be very clear. I don't want you guys to go back and like TikTok shady, TikTok doing this. They all are, okay? All of them are using AI to manage how your live is going, what you're talking about, how your content is produced, and what you're saying in your content. So they are all using it now. So you got to be mindful of what you're saying and doing. It's one of those things. It's a double-edged sword because I like the AI in general in terms of how it is able to make things a lot easier for you to produce and create stuff um, and brainstorm as well. But It also is tracking. It is also picking up what you're putting down. And so recognizing what you say does matter. All right. And so lately, showing my phone has been a problem. I really do strongly believe that's the issue. It is that. And so thank you so much. So knowing now that the AI is taking that information in and trying to make a judgment. And I've said this before that they now have what's called a format verification. And so they are doing that tracking too. Look at you, level 21 in the room. Appreciate you, friend. So they're doing that tracking as well, and because all of that is part of this, it makes sense. It makes sense that your phone is gonna be problematic to keep showing it. That's why I said TikTok needs to offer visuals that show their features can be used during lives. You know what? They have been trying to be more detailed, and descriptive for both the user experience as well as the live host. So they are trying to do better. So for example, the Live Academy, there is training. And then what I say here, every place that you go to in the live stream, you could click the number of people in the room. You can click, I don't know, if all this stuff is clickable, everything here. So you can click it and then it should be a question mark. And many times in those question marks, where you'll see where it tells you what that means and what you need to do. So just know it's there for you, um, but you just have to make sure that you actually go back and review some of it. Okay. I was one of those that use their own whiteboards are having issues. Oh, interesting. I haven't heard that yet. I haven't heard it fully. Like, is the AI picking up what they're writing down on the boards? Um, yeah, I haven't heard that there's a lot of issues. I do know, like, when you have a .com or something like that on there, you're not supposed to, and it picks that up. So I've heard that as a problem for folks. So, so yeah, you gotta be careful in that way. Um, yeah, it's something that we're gonna have to kind of manage through. Definitely we're gonna have to manage through. Let's do this, everybody. I appreciate you all coming in and supporting. Oh man. So I appreciate everybody. Thank you for the heart puffs. Thank you all for coming in. Let me head off because I have to head till 1 o'clock and I definitely want to get something to eat and drink before I go to my next meeting. I will be back at 4 p.m. Um, we'll come back. I'll talk about shop. I think that question came up quite a bit. I didn't go a deep dive into the agency, but if you're curious about the agency, definitely message me. I'm going to go. I'll see if I can make time to go live on the agency page today as well. So definitely message me if you are interested in the agency. Um, and here's the agency's page. You guys can um, connect with me here on the page. And that way you can follow. You can also go there if you're interested. There's videos you can apply to. I'm going to do some more content over there. I have to get that page moving and shaking, but there'll definitely be more to come. Anyone, please go follow. That's your other page. Um, what is that, Malawivi? I I'm planning to go live later this afternoon. Okay, friend. Um, and then can you cover going over can you cover going to multiple? What's the multiple? Can you cover going to multiple? What does that mean? Multiple what? And then Demetria, I'm going to multiple on a live. You talking about multi-panels like I just had the orange vigilant up? Let me know if that's what you meant. The panels. I think that's what you're saying, the panel boxes. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'll cover that at 4. I'll definitely cover that and talk through it. Matter of fact, I'll probably pull it up again. I'll pull it up some more for you all. Really quickly, when if you guys are interested in messaging me, you can inbox me here or inbox the Service Plus area. So that's the way to inbox me if you're interested in that. And then Demetria, I am messaging you now with the agency information since you're joined. So you got 3 steps now. So, okay, well, I think 2 left now. You accepted the agency, so that's good. Now I need to message you where you can go to my
my webpage, my form. I want you to fill out my form where I get your email address and your contact information, and that'll allow you to be in my database. And so when I'm sending emails out to the community and my weekly meetings on Sundays, you'll be included. So that's the next step. So I need you to fill out my form. After you fill out my form, you're going to get an instant, once you hit submit, you'll get an instant response via email. In that response is my school platform. That's where I have the school link at. And so go there to the school and then apply there so I can accept you into the school community. Okay. So those are the two things. So you need to fill out my form and then join the school community. All right. Gotcha. And so I'm going to send that to you right now. Anybody who's interested in an agency, like I said, you can message me. I go live twice a day. I do one-on-ones with my creator. That's why I got to get off the meeting because I have one-on-ones with the creators. I do weekly meetings with the whole community on Sundays. Um, and then I also have the school platform where there's resources for you there. It's an opportunity for you to connect with other creators in the agency. And then I'll add you to a group chat here on TikTok where you can also connect with folks in the agency, share your content as well as your live stream. And so just another visibility point. Again, not everybody's going to come to your live stream, but the people in the agency, they understand how to like your live, share it out, comment, engage, grab your daily heart me, do all the things to help you hopefully get a little bit more visibility and support. But again, it starts with you all being supporters so that you can get that support. So I tell people that all the time. If you're not a supporter, don't expect people to come to your page if you're not doing that support for them as well. So just keep that in mind. I want you guys to grow. I want you to build, but it requires you to also do the work as well. I don't manage your live stream. What your topic is your topic. What you want to discuss is totally up to you. However, you got to stay within the community guidelines. You got to make sure you're following TikTok rules. And then I just share information with you that is coming my way so that you guys can kind of navigate accordingly. If you are getting a lot of restrictions, if you are getting a lot of violations, I'm going to say it's something that you're gonna have to change. There's something you're doing in the live stream. Just like you hear me say, "Oh, I'm gonna have to stop showing my phone as much." I have to change my behavior. And so just keep that in mind because I've had some people that's like, "I don't know what's happening," and they're not changing. And I'm like, "Oh, you gotta change." Just like Orange Visual, he's like, "I gotta change my words." So you gotta be careful about what you're saying and doing because it will trigger the algorithm. And so you just got to know that your behavior is something that is causing it. And whether it's a link in your bio or it is you putting pricing or words on the screen or again showing a device and again TikTok's like you can't do that. All right. So all right, friends. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for the support. I appreciate it. Thank you for the watches, the likes, the comments, the shares, as well as the stickers and all the gifting. I appreciate all the support. I will be back at 4. Remember, practice makes progress. All right. You're not trying to be perfect. You're just trying to go live. Okay. All right. See you guys later. Hey, Granny. How you doing, friend? All right. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye. Oh, claim your points. If you have any points to collect up here, that literally you're going back and clicking the heart up here next to my name, and then you go down and claim points based off your engagement so you can level up in the room. This is for my room. As you level it up, it makes you a higher level of engager. And then obviously it gives you the ability to have a little bit more visibility as you level up too, in terms of being able to fly in and some other things that happens. All right. All right, friends, take care. Bye-bye. Thank you. Appreciate you all. Appreciate the support. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate the support. Thank you so much. I will see you